Hello people, how you all doing? How you all doing? Do- Yo, good evening. No, afternoon with it. Good afternoon. Come, my people, let's discuss breaking news. Even though the news is not new, it's new to me, and I'm sure some people have not heard about it or do not know about it. So make I add my small volume to it. Let's give it some volume. UK and German time, not the same thing. UK and German time, I think it's the same thing. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Sorry guys. Somebody is talking to me German time. So guys, there is this link somebody sent me. God bless you. That's my number one super fan. God bless you. God bless you for the link. And it's about Pastor Chibuzor of OPM. Hi, how you are doing on Facebook? You are welcome live with me about Pastor Chibuzor and his baby mama drama. You know Pastor Chibuzor? Pastor Chibuzor is the founder and pastor of Omega. What do I say? Sorry, not Omega. OPM. OPM. I don't forget the full name. In Port Harcourt, this dancing God pastor, this pastor that likes trending. I was shocked. So I'm going to be playing us, although the video is long, but I'll try to reduce it. Please click the like and share button for me. Share this video. Please share this video. A lot is going on in that our country called Nigeria, especially with the men of God. Even imam, they don't join these days. So with the men of God. So don't just see somebody because the person says he's a man of God and then you think he can do everything and go scot-free. Okay. And go scot-free. No. No more. We must. Hi, James. So please, let me share also. Please, guys, please, I am begging, help me to share the link. Help me to share. Invite people. Invite people to join us. Oh, Bikonu. Invite people to join us. Julian's Gist is live. Me, I'm sharing. Oh, so it's not only you that is sharing. I am also sharing. So please share with me. Share with me. So please share with me. I beg. So this story is very, very interesting. When I saw it, I was shocked. I was like, what? What the heck? This is supposed to be a man of God. Please, somebody tag OPM Church. I am sure some of the members are not aware, but the board members, they are aware. They are the ones that have been covering this evil. It needs to stop. It's not good. It's not good. So I will pin my number because it's going to be an interactive class. I do not know it all. In fact, I am not a wise person. So I need people to call in and hear your opinion. What do you think? You think the girl, the baby mama, is wrong in what she did, or the pastor should be held accountable, or even the church board members who tried to hide it. So somebody should be held accountable so that things like this should not happen again. It's uncalled for. It's just too much. It's uncalled for. One second. I am right here with you. I am sharing. I hope you guys are sharing with me. I dey beg now. I say make I grow now. I want to grow. I want to grow. Please help me to grow. You sharing the video is the only way I can grow. You sharing the video is the only way I can grow. This story carry weight to. E carry weight. E so agbada. E can't wear cock shoe. Can't even tie gele. When I look and say, this one is not meant for my ears alone. No, make una come. Oh, all of us go listen to am. All of us we will listen to it. So, guys, so we're going to be talking about Pastor Chibuzor. Hi, Christ TV. Oh, you too much. You too much. Hey, see why they see here today. Oh, see what's going on? Amos, it's been long. Where have you been hiding? He said, what is the difference between Suleiman and Chibuzor? They are both in the same WhatsApp group. Honestly, and that was why the guy had the audacity to tell this dancing guy, those what happy boys, say everybody has a scandal. After all, Suleiman has a scandal. So he own na small thing. It will only come and go. Me, I come the shout, say, hey, Sulele, come. They don't they use your name. Thank you. Bros, I don't check. Oh, no difference. Do you want me to give you this one? The similarity? I am not cause the similarity. Christ TV, not cause it. Let me my number. Please, let me tell my kids. Let me write my number out. Or write them for me. Make I type my out. So that you guys can call. We really need to talk about it. It's shocking, it's alarming. Me, I don't share. Make una share. Please share. I beg of you. I beg of you. Share for me. Make I grow. Make I grow. I have been demonetized on YouTube. I do not get anything on YouTube. So make una share me, eh? Make una share me, oh. So let me start. I don't think waste time, self. No, I don't go close the video again. So this is a girl who was narrating her experience. Okay.
All right.
I hope it's loud enough. I need a speaker now.
Wherever you are watching from.
Make I forward here.
Line wasn't going. So they said, anyway, since this is where the brother used to stay,
I think I don't.
They have also been exposed to the sickness because
I want forward that because he long way.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Forward me now.
Where you are watching from.
So after the both parents had died,
okay,
the both family from the mother and the father rejected these two children. They said they didn't want to have anything to do with them. So the children were left with the stepbrother, who actually was not doing well. He did not have a good source of income for himself. And being that we were neighbors and me both some other neighbors, so we suggested that, okay, the girl is old enough to live with someone. Maybe because she was yet to finish her senior secondary as of then. So we kind of suggested, isn't it okay you take your sister to live with someone? Maybe they can send her to school or pay her if they wouldn't want her to be going to school in their house, which everyone agreed. And then there's this agent in that area, in Elelewon, where we used to stay in Port Harcourt. We contacted her. She took the girl to a woman. The woman was married, she had a son. So the day me, the stepbrother, one other of our neighbor, and the woman, the agent, we took the girl to this woman's house. Before then, these children was having some kind of skin rashes all over their body. We actually did not know what was the cause. So we just thought it was normal skin rashes that anybody would have. So when we got to the woman's house, I remember she asked, what is this rashes on her skin? We said we didn't know. So she made us know that anytime she takes someone to help her in the house, she normally takes them for tests in case they had any sickness or whatsoever. We said it was fine. We left her house and we left the girl with her. A week later, she called us to tell us that she called the stepbrother to tell him that, are you aware that your sister is HIV positive? So the stepbrother came to tell all of us, the neighbors, and we were shocked, being that all this while, the 7-year-old, the little boy, was living with us, the neighbors. So anybody that has food, to give it to the child. If you have anything to help out, to give it to the child. So we became scared as normal human. We became scared. So everybody started distancing themselves. So we're like, okay, if your sister is actually HIV positive, that means that's the same thing that's wrong with your brother, because the boy's own was actually worse. He was having pores all over his body, his head, there was sore everywhere. If he scratched, the blood would be coming out. So we became distant. Yes. So he took him for a test at Opio Cottage. This was in June 2018.
2018, okay.
2018, and it was confirmed that the boy was also HIV positive, which was already developing to AIDS.
Yeah.
So the stepbrother brought the boy back and told us, honestly, everybody became distant. If you have something, you just push it in the plate, give it to the boy. Nobody wanted him entering their house anymore, which was, we were humans. So the brother himself felt isolated because of that and everything. So one morning, it was on a Friday, he just woke up. We saw him dressing up the brother and the little boy and took him out. We're like, Godwin, where are you taking your brother to? He said it's not our business. And we didn't ask again. And we noticed that he came back that very day without the brother. And everybody were like, where's your brother? Where's your brother? He didn't say anything. He didn't tell any of us. Okay, we forgot about it now and move on with our lives. Now, the woman said, according to what the woman said, she is HIV positive, but it wasn't a death sentence. That she would take her to the hospital, get her treated, and get her drugs. So we shouldn't worry about the girl. We should be worried about the boy, which was okay. So everybody moved on with their lives. A week later, on a Tuesday, I just came back from work. It was in the morning, around 11, 12 in the morning. And then everybody were just outside, me and my neighbors. And then we saw two people walk into the compound and the boy was following them. So we were shocked. We were like, oh, this boy is back. And who are these people? So they came and he actually brought the people that he came with to where we were all sitting. And they started asking, do you people know this boy? We say, yes, they used to stay here. You know the story now. So they now told us they were police officers. So it was a man and a woman. They are police officers. This boy was abandoned in Hope.
Somebody was calling the line.
At Alu. According to the boy, he was abandoned.
What is full meaning of OPM?
Oh, you're talking.
Omega Power Ministry.
Omega Power Ministry.
Which branch?
Port Harcourt.
The headquarters at Alu.
Port Harcourt.
Yes, Port Harcourt. Alu, Port Harcourt, yes.
I'm going to forward this story because it's very long. It's about 2 hours, and I'm sure we are not going to be here for 2 hours. So let me summarize what this guy is saying to the part where I really want us to talk about. So this girl is a very young girl. She met this, she was living in a compound where the neighbor The man died. She said shortly after then the woman died, and they had two children, a boy and a girl, and they are living with them, I think with one of their step brother like that. So after the passing away of both parents, the children were suffering, of course, and the neighbors around were the one that were giving their food. And these children had sores all over their body. And because they knew the other boy, the step brother, cannot take care of the two of them, they took one of them, which is the girl, to an orphanage home. A lady was helping the girl, and that lady now said, before I would take this girl in, I have to do tests and check which diseases she has and so on. And eventually, when later on the lady contacted them and told them that the result came out that the girl has HIV, and they were really surprised. That is why she has these rashes all over her body. And they now said, if this girl has HIV, then the brother must be suffering from that, because the brother's skin infection was even worse than the girl. So they took the brother to the hospital, and it came out that this boy has HIV. And because of that, the neighbors are in the same compound who were the one giving them food, they were scared and they started staying away from the boy. I don't blame them. And this is a child of like 8 years old, a little boy. So even when they want to give the boy food, they just throw the food. Trust African, and we go even do and more. Throw the food, and nobody wants their children to play with this boy so that they don't contact the infection. So that was how they were living, and it was dangerous. So one day, the brother, which is this step brother, took this little boy out, and they now said, why are you going with the boy? He didn't say anything. And when he came home alone without the little boy. And this girl was now asking her, where is the boy? He said, no, not here, and nobody should ask him. That they were in the compound one day, and they were surprised some men came, which is policemen, came with a little brother, this 8 years old boy, and said they are looking for the brother. In fact, they are looking for the parents, the family, and they said no, they don't have, the boys don't have family. The both parents are both dead, that it is the brother that they're living with. So it was the policeman who was not telling the lady that this boy was actually dropped in the church of Omega Fire Ministry. Somebody brought him and abandoned him. And luckily, this little boy of 8 years could speak and could tell them where he lives. That is how they found themselves in the compound. And then I said, wow. So eventually they found the brother, and of course they know why the brother went to drop this little boy. He can't take care of the boy, and the boy is sick already. So they now said the OPM church, which is Pastor Chibuzor, who is the owner of Omega Fire Ministry, is he Omega Fire? Yeah. OPM church, now said he would take care of the boy. But the problem, they have one problem, that he will treat the boy, but they needed somebody at the hospital where they admitted the boy, said they needed somebody to be bringing food, prepared food to the boy. And the pastor cannot do it. It's like nobody is available to do it. So this girl that is talking, who is a neighbor to this boy, this little boy of 8 years, that the father have died, the mother have died, and the sister has HIV. The sister is now living with somebody else. Don't forget they are little children. So this neighbor, this girl is just even a child also, an 18 years old girl. Faith, she was among the people who were giving this little boy food. Now said, So because of who will bring food, nobody will not, they will not stop the treatment of this boy, that this is not fair. In that case, if it's because of the food, she will volunteer herself to be bringing the food to the hospital. So she asked the police, is it only the food? They said yes. She said, no problem. Then the policeman said, okay, then if you are ready, then come with us. That was how she left her home and followed the policeman. In fact, it was a whole lot of wahala. They went here, sign paper, go here. At the end of the day, they wanted to even abandon the boy for the girl. When she even saw the wahala was too much, she now said, no, she's not interested again. So they were begging her. She now said, okay. And eventually the pastor, they admitted this boy to the hospital. The pastor paid the money, which was good for him. God bless him and God bless the girl. The pastor paid. And she now said where the hospital is to where she is living is very far. So obviously she cannot be taking food from her house to the hospital. And the pastor understood and I said, okay, the pastor now said, oh, I am going to beg you, because if this girl refuses to bring the food, then the pastor has no other choice than to leave the boy to be roaming down the street. So he now said, what about if I get you an apartment that is close to the hospital? Will you accept it? Will you come to stay there so that you can be preparing the food And the girl said actually the offer was very good for her because as at this time, she doesn't even have money to pay for her rent. She was working with somebody where they were paying her 20,000. We are going to come to that. Is why I want people to call in, because this is a girl that is earning just 20,000 by washing clothes for somebody and cooking, and you don't even have money to pay your rent. You were going to be evicted from your home. So when this offer come, it was a good thing. And trust Nigerians now, God don't perform miracles. So she took the offer. The pastor now told her, I will be paying you 20,000 and I will pay for the rents for you. That was how the pastor rented one room, not one self-contained, just one room, which is okay. That was the same kind of room she was staying. So she took the room and she was making the food, giving to the boy. It's okay. Now the boy is healthy again. So they were giving them these their drugs they give to people who have who are suffering with these diseases. The boy is okay now. Where is his home? Where do they take the boy to? So the hospital is now saying the boy is ready, so the girl should come and take the boy. The girl now said, take the boy to where? No, it's not my responsibility. My contract with the baby is for me to be bringing food. So if it's okay, I don't know, maybe the church, after us, it was the church responsibility. That was when they now contacted the pastor, and the pastor said actually he doesn't have a place to put the boy, that he lives alone. And I don't know how a man of God who called himself a married man, a family man, is living alone. This man, his wife and his daughter lives in America, be alone, Canada, while he lives alone in a big house full of children. What is he doing with those children? We are coming to that. So that was how they were now at a loghead because they don't know what to do with the boy. So the pastor was now begging the girl. The girl was now saying, it's just one room you rented for me. How am I going to live with a patient of HIV in the same room? I cannot do that. So they were begging, she don't know what to do. And at the end of the day, she agreed. And I'm sure why she agreed is that if she don't agree, she will lose the house. She will lose the 20,000 monthly that the pastor was giving to her. It was like she was being paid. That is her job now. So she eventually grudgingly agreed, and the doctor explained to her how she would manage with the boy, what to do, what not to do, so that she too don't contact the disease. So she accepted, and she was living with the boy, and she said everything was fine. She got used to the boy and everything was okay. And at the time, she now said, this boy has a sister that also have this sickness. Why don't she just ask the pastor if he can take the sister, so that they will go and bring the sister who is living somewhere else with somebody else, so that they can be living together as brother and sister, which is a very good idea, because this boy doesn't have parents. All he has in the world is that the sister. Now they are living apart. Don't forget the boy is 8 years old. So she now said she don't know whether the pastor will accept. In fact, she's afraid. She didn't even just go brought up the idea with the pastor. She told the policeman, which is the DPO who is involved in the boy's case. Don't forget, OPM, when they found this boy in the church, they took him to police station. It was the police who came to meet the girl. So she had this close relationship with the DPO. So that was how she spoke with the DPO, and the DPO said, okay, don't worry, let me speak with the pastor, which is Pastor Chibuzor of OPM Church, if he will accept to care for the girl as well. And he spoke to the pastor, and the pastor accepted. God bless him for that. Kudos to him. And sorry, there is somebody I actually promised I will invite to this live stream. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Where and they now went to the other orphanage to collect the girl. The orphanage was really very angry and very unwelcoming to them, that they wanted to collect the girl. That to the extent, I have even invited her before. To the extent, she, according to this girl, the lady even took the drugs that she bought for the girl that was helping her to go stand against the HIV. Don't forget, the girl also has HIV. So, long story short, the girl came into the house. So this 18 years old girl was the one that was not taking care of these two HIV patients who are brothers and sister, and the OPM church pastor was the one sponsoring the finances. So he was giving the girl 20,000 for her job, for taking care of the girl, paying for the rent, probably buying the foods for them. And according to her, they started going to the church, which is normal. She said everything was okay. That what they do, they go to the pastor's house on Sunday, then he will carry them in his church, because the pastor has other little children living with him as well. So he will carry all of them to church, and after church, he will bring them to his house. That is where everybody will now go to their various houses, and that is how they've been doing it. I want to fast forward it because this video is 2 hours, it's too long. That is how they've been doing it until this fateful day, that while they were there, and one of the child just said, innocently, and said, Daddy, do you live in this big house all alone? And he said, yes. Why? He said, wow, all alone. And the pastor said, would you like to live with me? He said, yes. Of course, who wouldn't like that? And he said, if you want to stay with me, you are welcome, stay with me. And the boy said, yes, I want to stay. And that was how this boy ended up living with the pastor, and she also, this 18 years old girl, also ended up living with the pastor. So they were all living in the same mansion. According to her, it's like a mansion of about 7 bedrooms. So it's a big house. They have drivers, they have cook and whatever, and they have security guards. And they will go from house to the church, and everybody knows her. They call her pastor's daughter because she comes from their house. And there is this guy one day in the church, and then before now, when she was living in her own house, the rented 1-room apartment, she told the pastor that if these children have gone to school, she's kind of lonely, that she will want to work and maybe earn money for herself. And the pastor said, no, it's a good idea, but why don't you come and work in the church welfare department instead of you going out? So she took up the offer and she started working in the welfare department, but the pastor was not paying her any additional money apart from the 20,000 that he agreed with her to be paying her for taking care of the children, which is still okay with her. Facebook people, is it dark? It's like, why is it dark? I'm actually not using my screen. I'm actually not using my phone, so it's like I don't know. It's like it's dark. I'm using my daughter's phone. You know what the person not get? There's nothing. I go press music library. So where did I stop? And the pastor wasn't paying her anything extra, so she's just doing free job for the welfare department. Which, please click the like and love button. Thank you for the person that is liking and loving the video on Facebook. If you do that, it will help Facebook to push me up and push out my video. That is the only way I can go. Please, those of you watching on Facebook, please click the love and like button. It doesn't cost anything. And if it wants to cost, you can bless me with star. It's okay. So she started working in the welfare department. While she was working there, that she now met a brother whom they were friends together, and this guy likes her and told her that I would want to marry you, I would want to have an affair with you, marry you, and so and so. And she said, in that case, you will have to speak with daddy, whom she's living with. This girl is not living with the pastor, and they call her pastor's daughter. And she said, you will have to speak with daddy. And this 18 years old girl, she's also like an orphan. She doesn't have father, she doesn't have mother, but she has grandfather. It's only her grandfather that she has. So it was a great opportunity given to her. She now has somebody she could call daddy, and she has a better home to live. So her life is like secured. So, and this girl in the church is an usher. And when he proposed to her, she accepted, and she told OPM pastor. And the OPM pastor said, okay, then no problem. Of course, he knows the guy is his usher. So it's good, usher marrying my daughter. And they went to do the traditional rite according to her, but the guy did not pay the bride price, or he paid the bride price. I don't know, did not pay the bride price. What they call knocking, which is introduction. After the introduction, that one day she was in the house. What even be this one? No, this phone, I told you it's not my phone. What is this? Broadcast fade care. How? Turn your life into What happened? Sorry, I'm coming. My face, what I'm using to stream. Which kind of wahala be this one? But why did it? That is. Oh God. Nothing like your own thing, no. I have to go live again. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I don't know why it went off on its own. It's my daughter's phone. No. Can you see me now? Okay, I'm back on Facebook. Sorry, guys. Sorry, everyone on Facebook. I'm so sorry. I don't know why it went off. I'm back again. So, where did I stop again? Where was I? Can you guys remind me? Can you guys remind me where I was? Taku Taku woman. Your live stream on Facebook is not working. You see, I didn't even know. Oh, they even told me. I am back again. No, sorry. I am back there. I am back there. So that was how one day the pastor sent her a text message that I would want to see you. She said it was middle of the night when she woke up that she saw the message. So she was wondering, this message, was it sent now? Was it sent yesterday evening? Or and the next day in the morning, she went to meet the pastor and said, you sent me a message. What is it all about? So make I continue, make only her use her mouth talker. I just want to summarize that part because the thing in long way. So I am going to forward. And this video is full of adverts.
Banana to give it to me.
Okay, good.
He now said, "Oh,
that is the place."
I also told Apostle Chibuzor about this guy. Okay. This was in January 20.
So the guy is supposed to be the person who wants to marry her, and the pastor accepted. Though he said, "Devil, they use person."
Network issue. Let's wait for her to reconnect.
Okay. Sorry, the call came into my phone, so I dropped it.
Okay. 2019 January.
Oh, I lost all the people who were watching on Facebook. Oh God.
I told Apostle about this guy. He said, "Wow, that was good. Bring him. Let me pray for both of you."
Abby?
I took him to his office. It was on a Sunday in the church, and he prayed for us. He asked him some questions, which the guy answered, and that was it. So this guy had followed me to my place,
to her village,
back home, to see my dad. Nothing was paid, nothing was done, but he actually. Sorry?
So I want to understand, is he a biological dad?
Make I forward them because this guy too they ask plenty questions.
I was confused. I didn't know what to answer, not because of what he said. So there was a day everyone had gone to sleep.
Very good. That was where I wanted.
I had also gone to sleep. That particular morning, I woke up I followed him on Facebook as of then. He was my Facebook friend, but there was nothing like chat. We never had a WhatsApp chat or Facebook or whatsoever. Sorry, don't worry. So I woke up one morning, and then when I woke up, I pick up my phone. The normal way you wake up. Sorry. Nothing. So I pick up my phone. The normal way you pick up your phone, put on your data, and then if you've had message over the night, you start seeing it. So I picked up my phone when I woke up that morning, and then I put on my data, and I was getting messages. So a particular message got my attention. This message came with his picture, and it was the same picture as his profile picture then on Facebook.
Who is that?
Apostle Chibuzor.
Okay.
So I was like, could daddy send me a message in the night? Oh, let me see what it is. So I click on the message. At first, I thought maybe because I know so many people use these pictures for their profile picture. So when I clicked on it, it took me to his page. Then I came back to the message. And what was there was, see me later today. We need to talk. That was the content of the message. And I was like,
can you remember the date the message was sent? Is it possible?
I can't remember the date, but this was between March, April 2019.
Okay, was this sent to the same Facebook you're using now, or what?
No. That my Facebook account was hacked a long time ago.
Okay.
Yes. So he now sent me that message. So when I saw that message, in my mind I was like, why did he have to send me a message when once it's morning, I'll still get to see him and everything. But I didn't think about it that much, and I did not reply to that message. So I just let it be. By morning, when everybody had woken up, freshened up, and everyone gets to see. So normally when the children are done taking their breakfast, they are always with him. So sometimes they are with him in his room. So when I was done with what I was doing that morning, I also went to his room. I greeted him, he answered me, and I was like, Daddy, I didn't hide to say it to him. The children were there and I said it. Daddy, I saw your message. You said I should see you. I hope I did not do anything wrong. So he actually signaled for me to be quiet.
He did that?
Yes. And inside me, I wasn't a child. So I felt somehow about that. But I still did not want to think much because of who he is. And then he now asked the children, who wants to swim? Everybody was like, me, I want to swim. So he now said, okay, all of you can go and swim. So I had to join. Yes, there's a swimming pool in his house. So I had to join the children and say, me too, I want to swim. Or I joined the children to leave. And he was like, everybody except Lovett.
That's you?
Yes. Sorry. Amen. Good. Tell her to give you biscuits. Okay,
can I release you? Okay. The story is very interesting,
like,
it's long, but it's very interesting.
Love it. And I stayed back. At some point, I felt scared. And then the children left. He asked me to sit. At this point, it was just me and him in his room. I felt somehow, and I asked him, Daddy, this one is only me and you. I hope nothing is wrong, or did I do anything wrong? He was like, no, don't be scared. So he asked me to sit, and I did. He asked me to switch off my phone. I was still feeling somehow because I wasn't understanding. Like, before that day, there has never been any sign whatsoever that I have never behaved in any bad way whatsoever to him in the house. So, to me, I felt somehow, but then I had to sit. And then he was just looking at me. I was like, Daddy, why are you looking at me? Is there a problem? Did I do anything wrong? He said no, that he wanted to talk to me. I said, okay. He now started talking. He was saying different things in parable, saying different things. I now said,
he wants your pekus.
The way more he was talking, I was feeling scared. I was not scared, like, maybe I haven't heard those words before. I was scared because it was coming from him.
And words like what? Can you just example?
This man a bad guy.
He said, the first thing he said was that he wants to talk to me, but that he wants to make an instance. That let us say that I always eat banana. Whenever I am done eating, I always eat. They will give me banana to eat. So after a while, they stopped giving me this banana. So one day, after so many years, I see this banana from somebody.
So you are watching and you are not commenting. Nelson, how are you?
That's, if I find myself in such situation, that what will I do?
Who is saying this thing?
Yes. That has stopped them.
Nelson, longest time, oh.
He said, if I find myself in such situation, what will I do?
Thank you, Mama. God bless you too.
Apostle Chibuzor.
Okay.
I said,
and you were the only one there.
It was just me and him in the room.
Private room?
Sorry?
His bedroom.
Yes, in his bedroom.
Okay.
In his bedroom. Come stay with Auntie Mem, okay?
This man, the answer can question no.
This was in his bedroom. And I was like, I told him, if I was in that situation, I've seen the banana I want to eat.
Abio.
But I cannot buy it. I'll simply ask the person that is with banana to give it to me. He now said, okay. That what if it will be very, very difficult for that person to give it to me, or the person might reject me, but I really want it. I said, I just have to beg first. Since I can't buy it, I just have to beg first. So he kept
asking. How old were you then?
The cassava is scale where cucumber de abio.
So I kept asking,
cassava ke where cucumber de abio. Cucumber is better.
So at some point, I was getting frustrated because I did not want to assume where he was going to.
You know where he was going to? Why they let this big man? They beat around the bush like small pikin.
Like, is this something you want to see? You're not able to say, or something. Just say it. Let me hear. He now said, okay, that he wants me to do something for him. This thing is to be very difficult for me to do it. But
really?
He knows
you
that
are not
if
hearing.
I want to do it, I can do it.
Sure. Okay,
so at that point,
sorry,
he was not shifting somewhere else. I was like, Daddy, I've not seen you beg somebody for help before. So if you ever need help, I don't think anybody will reject you from giving you help, because you've always helped everybody. He now said, okay, now that's okay. Let him tell me what it is. That what if he asks me to go into a relationship with him? And what will I say? At that point, my assumption, everything that was in my head came to the conclusion and everything. I was confused. I didn't know what to answer, not because of what he said, but because it was coming from him. I was already sweating. There was AC in the room, but I was sweating and I was scared at the same time. So I was like, I don't understand. But Daddy, you know, there is somebody I want to get married to, and you are aware. So why are you actually asking me to do something like this? Why will you ask me to do something like this?
Sorry, don't forget that somebody wants to marry this girl, the usher in the church, and the usher have gone to visit the girl's family. And because this girl is living with this pastor, they see this pastor as the girl's father. So the boy has come to seek the hand of the girl from the pastor, of which the pastor have blessed them, his own usher. So let's continue. I just want to explain that.
What will I tell him? He said you don't have to tell him. He doesn't have to know. You just keep it between us. I was like, Even if you're asking me to go into a relationship with you, what kind of relationship exactly? He said I should come on, I should stop talking like I'm a child. And why am I talking like I don't know what I said, no, I don't want to assume. You have to say what you want. So what kind of a relationship are you talking about? He said, okay, since I want him to say it, that he is actually looking for a sexual relationship. He said that you're a pastor. Yes.
My name.
He said that Apostle Chibuzor.
Okay, allegedly.
Yes.
Okay.
He said that after all, he's a man. He has flesh and blood running in his vein. In my head.
He was saying this to you.
Yes. In my head, I was trying to comprehend, like, where this whole idea or whatever it was coming from. So I told him, I said, what if I say no? What if I say no? I want to say no. I don't want to do it. He said, just know that you cannot say no. You know me already. I do not take no for an answer. In fact, he got angry at that moment and said, why do you even think you can say no? You can't say no. I cannot take no for an answer. Who do you even think you are to want to say no to me? People, you do know how many ladies that are at my beck and calls, but it's just because I can't go to outside to start doing nonsense. I cannot do this because of who I am. This one, a general overseer. I'm bringing myself down to ask you for something like this, and you're saying no. Who do you think you are? You cannot say no. I was like, wow. Just like that. Look at me now.
So it's adverts. The video has a lot of adverts. You have to allow adverts to play. Because I didn't download it, it's too long. So I'm just playing direct from the source. So let's just hold on, let the adverts finish playing. For me, this was the point the girl should have walked away.
But I still want to know, what if I say no? Want to come with it? He said, in that case, be ready to leave my house. And if you're leaving my house, don't think that I will let you go just like that. Because I know people will start asking you, because people know I like you very well and that you are my daughter. So if you leave my house without you committing any crime, people will start asking questions. And I know you will talk. So if you leave my house, don't think I will just let you go like that.
Just imagine.
To me, that was a threat. It was a threat to me.
Allegedly, if it's what he said is a threat, yes.
Yes. So I don't know if I should say I thought about this whole thing. I could not think about it. I just told him that, please, that I wanted to sleep. This thing was on a Saturday evening. I told him, please, I needed to sleep. I've heard you and I will think about it.
I remember the month.
Sorry?
I remember the month and the year.
This was in 2019, between March and April.
Okay.
Yes. I left his room that day. He was calling me back and I left his room. I went to my room where we do sleep with other children. I couldn't think. I don't know, I did not know what to do at that point and I was confused.
No.
I tried my best to avoid him throughout that day. So the next day, we all went to church. I was in church and he was on the altar preaching. I wasn't seeing him. Everything I was saying was the things he was saying into my head. They keep sounding, they keep coming back, but I was just on my own. I was just there. Nobody knew what I was going through. We came back to the house that Sunday. I tried my possible best to avoid him. And then on Monday, he sent for me.
Oh, no.
Wahala.
On Monday, he sent for me. That the children came, Daddy, Auntie Lovett, Daddy's calling you. What will I tell the children? If I tell them to go and tell him that I'm not coming, what will I be explaining to them? So I just stood up and I went to meet him. He was like, are you still thinking? I'm sure you've made up your mind about this whole thing, that he doesn't know what I'm thinking about. After all, it's not like I'm a virgin. That after all, that if I just agree, whatever I wanted, he will give me. Is it house? What is it that he cannot give me? Money. I'm planning for my wedding. He was going to give me the best wedding in Port Harcourt. Was going to do this. He started saying so many things. I was just looking at him. When he finished talking, I asked him, I said, I am aware that if I agree to this, it is going to be a hidden relationship, right? He said, yes. I said, fine. In this situation, what if I get pregnant? He said, is he a child? That he won't let me get pregnant. I said, it's not about being a child. Pregnancy can happen. So if you're saying you won't let me, it's the same thing that you have to use protection, whatever will happen, if at all anything will happen. He said, but how do I expect him to go and get protection? What will he tell people he wants to use it for? Imagine if him going outside. I said, if that is the case, I will buy it for you.
Okay.
I asked him for money. He gave me 10,000 naira cash that day. And then I went out. I went to everyday supermarkets and I bought him a pack of Durex. Yes.
The rest, that's
Came back to the house. Yes, came back to the house, gave it to him. He was just looking at me and I left.
Are you the body condom now, be?
So the next day, he was actually still asking. I have thought about the whole thing because honestly, it's not like I haven't been in a relationship. But someone like him, who he is, the threats, the fear, I was not aware if he had a dirty lifestyle I did not know before now. So I did not know what to be scared of. I didn't know, like, my head was full. So when people are asking, did he rape you? So it wasn't a rape.
Just agreed.
So when I thought about this whole thing, I said, okay. I told him, fine, if this is what you want, no problem. But on one condition, I don't ever want to get pregnant. He said he has heard me. I should stop preaching. That do I even see him like someone who will not be able to take care of his child? If anybody get pregnant for him, he said, okay, thank God you're the one saying this. So the relationship started. It wasn't once, it wasn't twice. He kept demanding for sex.
So he had his way.
Yes, he had his way. And at each single time, he refuses to use the protection.
Are you serious?
And I made sure I always reminded him. I said, I ask you to use protection and you're always refusing. He said, I am in his house and I cannot call the shots. I can't tell him what to do in his house. So he called the shots and he decides what happened. And I kept telling him, don't get me pregnant and expect me to go for abortion. Because I will not. Yeah. I told him this. He said I should stop preaching. I said, no problem. He kept having his way. Now, this whole thing started in March.
When you say he kept having his way,
this man, everything that will break down for you, Seth.
When I mean that, he kept demanding for sex.
Was he? Yes. Did it happen? Did he sleep with you? Did he have sex with you?
And it happened. Yes, he kept sleeping with me without protection.
Okay.
Yes. So this was between March and April. May, June. Okay, it was in May. This whole thing, I still could not, like, when stuff like this are happening, everything just happens so fast. So, meanwhile, the guy I was supposed to marry was still planning for the marriage.
Can you just imagine?
So, I approached Apostle and I told him, I said, please, you are the general overseer of OPM. And I'm having an affair with you. And the person who wants to marry me is an usher in the church. I don't think I can do this
anymore.
I don't want to put myself in the middle. I don't want to go ahead with this marriage whatsoever. At least let me know I'm dealing with one thing.
Yes.
I don't want to go ahead with the marriage. He said, no, if you go ahead with the marriage, what if the guy did not agree? What if people start suspecting? I said, suspect what? I don't want to go ahead with the marriage. This guy is an usher in your church. What do you think? So after the end of the day, after this whole affair and everything, I get married to this guy and then I'll go to church and I'll be looking at the both of you. I don't want to put myself in this. He refused. So I couldn't keep quiet about it. I went to church that week. I met this guy. I told him, please, I don't want to go ahead with this marriage. I'm calling it off. Yes. The guy fled up and said one man was deceiving me. Somebody wants to take me away from him. He's not going to let me go. He has prayed. God told him and his wife, this and that. He was staying stuck. I left him because he started ranting and was shouting and was talking. I left him. This was in church. So before I knew it, the guy has gone to marriage committee, our assistant pastor, reported to so many people that he doesn't know who is trying to take me away from him because people knew us in the church. So they called me that day in Apostle's office.
Just imagine, I'm reading a comment here. He said, may God help us all. Imagine a pastor sleeping with a member, then end up officiating her wedding. That's made me sick. In fact, that is the part that got me. You are sleeping with this girl. You are giving her hand out in marriage to your own usher, not to somebody else, not to unbeliever. I say, I'm gonna carry on a while. Your usher, when they look you spiritually next to God, daddy, yes sir, working for you in the church, but you are sleeping with a girl and you are handing her over to the man, and you are the one that will stay official. No remorse. I don't understand though.
And Apostle started asking me why I wanted to call off the marriage in front of people. He was not the one asking me why I wanted to call off the marriage. So I just told him, I don't want to marry the guy again. I don't want to go ahead with it. Because I knew at that time I couldn't say anything. So people, he was now that, I have told you, you have already told me this thing in the house. And I told you, don't worry, go ahead with the marriage. I'll set you up. I'll set the guy up. I'll do this. You will be okay. This one, that. I said that it's not about setting us up. I don't want to marry this guy.
Hold on. Do you want to take your water? Do you want, like, take the water?
No, sir, I'm fine.
Good. Okay, like, your light is off.
It's getting dark. There's no light.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So I told him, I just don't want to marry.
Is it possible to face towards the window so your face can be shown?
Sorry, sir, you said?
Is it possible to face towards the window so your face can be showing?
Okay.
Okay.
So I told him I don't want to go ahead with this marriage. He now said, in front of people were there in his office. He now said, I shouldn't worry about it. I'm just a child. That love grows. So when we get married after a while, that love will grow. I said, it's not about love. I personally do not want this marriage again. He refused, and I was objecting to it. So people started saying that why am I being disobedient? Why am I disobeying Apostle? That I'm ungrateful. Apostle picked me up, brought me up, and now Apostle is talking and I cannot obey him. The whole people in the church started saying I was ungrateful, I was a riffraff, I was a rat to even stand in front of Apostle and disobey him and stuff like that. And I left the office. That meeting was closed. We came back to the house, he would like, that he's sorry. That he saw the way people were talking to me, that he's sorry. I didn't answer him. That wasn't it. He kept asking for the sex. So,
to church, man.
After that day in church, I kept saying it, I don't want to marry this guy. His sisters, his workers, everyone in the compound that time, even in church, knew that Lover said she did not want to marry, but Daddy was asking her to marry. Now, the problem is nobody knew what I was actually going through. Nobody knew what was the problem. And I couldn't have told anybody. Okay, imagine now, this whole story is out. People still don't want to believe. So imagine if I had said it then, who would have believed me?
Right.
Nobody would have believed me. So I just kept quiet. He started paying for stuff for the marriage. He started doing
Can
this.
you imagine?
So after a point, I told him, if I ever go ahead with this marriage, I'm doing it to please you and nothing more.
Sie sind Entscheiderin.
Oh, this advert,
Ihnen geht es die Menschen
this video
und
be
Ihr
full with
Unternehmen.
advert, eh?
He said he knew. So I met this guy. After I had told this guy severally, I don't want this marriage. So I called this guy. I said, please, can you come to Apostle's house? I want to see you. The guy came to his house. And I told him, I said, I don't want to marry you. Please. I might not be able to tell you the problem or what the issue is. But if you can help me and forget about this whole marriage of a thing, maybe later in the future, I will tell you what the problem is. But not right away.
Were you pregnant there that time? You were telling him?
No, as of this time, this was around May, June. I was not pregnant.
Okay.
So
below.
This guy still refused. So at that point, I got angry and I told him, if I go ahead with this marriage, it is not because I love you. It's not because I want to marry you. I'm going ahead with this marriage because I'm just trying to please Apostle. I said this to the guy.
This is where I blamed the guy because I don't get it. Somebody say, I don't want marry. I don't want it again. Before I wanted it, I allowed you to go and see my family, but now I don't want it. Something is obviously eating this girl. And since she couldn't tell you, you should have just stayed away from the girl. But rather, You still went ahead. The girl was telling you, since this is the way you people want it, you people are giving me names now, calling me I'm a bad girl, I am ungrateful, blah 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 blah. I'm being disrespectful to an apostle that gave me shelter, blah 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 blah. Okay, I'm just going to accept on one condition because you guys are forcing me. But I don't love you and I don't want this marriage. The guy still enter. So that brings me to the only reason he wants to marry this girl, be saying I'm Pastor Pikin is staying with pastor. That is why you want to marry her, because when you marry her, because everybody's not calling her pastor daughter, even if it's not the biological father, if you marry her from Usher, they will promote you to one pastor, maybe send you to one branch. You see the hypocrisy in the house of God. Now devil take knocking head, come for her. Let's continue.
Just shaking his head. And then I still went ahead to tell him that even after this marriage, whatever you see in this marriage, you will take it.
Can you imagine?
He said yes, he would take it. I said, fine.
Can you, oh God.
Say you want marriage, oh yeah, let us go.
Yeah, well.
And that was it. I never said anything. I know so many people, his sisters tried to talk to him, tried to talk to Apostle to cancel the marriage. He refused. So the marriage was fixed 20th July. The wedding was fixed 20th July 2019. He paid for everything.
Who paid?
He did. Even while the wedding preparation was still going on, he was still demanding for sex.
Hey.
The apostle or the husband?
Yes, no, not. I've never even visited the guy.
So you didn't have any premarital sex with the guy before marriage?
Never, no.
Okay.
Not anyone at all. I did not visit him. The only time I visited him was when we were planning for this marriage and his mother came around.
Okay.
So he called that his mother was around. So to fulfill all righteousness now, I had to go and see his mother.
Right.
I went. I greeted the woman. I spent some time and then I left.
Right.
Yes. Now, if somebody would say, who knows if you people actually did anything? Now, this guy was living in a self-contained. So a self-contained is just a room, toilet, and kitchen. So the mother was there. And when I was done seeing the mother, I left back to Apostle's house. And he was aware I went to see the guy's mother.
Okay.
So now, the wedding was fixed 20th July. Everything was done. Fast forward to the wedding. We all went for the wedding. I wasn't happy. Normally, the OPM church that I know, on the wedding morning, they will conduct a pregnancy test for all the bride, because most of the time they do wedding 5-10 people at a time. So I don't know, I wouldn't say, and I don't want to assume. That very morning on that wedding day, a pregnancy test was not conducted.
Nabio, special case.
So we went ahead with the wedding on the 20th of July, and we came back. And I was like, it's actually a month loss, and I haven't seen my period.
Wahala today.
So the next day was a Sunday. I went to church. Now the thing is this, my next period was supposed to be 20th of July. And 20th was my wedding. And there was nothing.
Okay. Now.
So the next day was on a Sunday, 21st. I went to church, 1 p.m., nothing. Mm-hmm. So I actually knew something is actually wrong. So I went to the church medical department. I have a friend that works there. Her name is Love.
Love who?
Yes.
Love who?
I asked her, please, if people have a test strip. She said, Love. Yes. I said, okay, can you give me one? She did.
Hold on, what's her full name?
Interview and to the ask plenty questions.
Okay. What is her position in
Yes. She was a nurse there. She was a nurse in the medical department there. Yes. So I got the test strip and I went to do the pregnancy test. Now the wedding was yesterday, Saturday. The next day was the Sunday, which I did this test, and it was in the church, and it came out positive.
Okay.
And I was shocked
Sasu.
because I know I never had
Aradugo.
anything to do with that guy until the wedding night.
Did they give you a result of the test?
The test was a urine pregnancy test.
Yeah, did they give you a result like after the test?
No, I said I did it myself.
Okay, I see.
Yes, it was a test strip. It was a test strip. I did myself. So I left that day. The next morning, I went to the hospital.
Okay.
I called him. I told him I was coming to his house. He said, okay. Because I told him there was a problem and that I was coming to his house.
Okay.
He said, okay, this was on Monday morning, 22nd. Now, apostle that I know, if you tell him something, you have to prove what you're saying. So that.
Exactly. Mama on Facebook says she's also to be blamed. Yes, the God that seeth in the secret has seen them. I blame the girl because from the beginning she could have avoided this thing. I never see matter. This matter. Hey.
Morning before I went to his house, I went to the hospital and I did a pregnancy test with blood, and it still came out positive. I went to his house, and what I did, I told him there was a problem, and I gave him the pregnancy results.
You gave it to him directly?
Yes, I gave it to him directly. He saw it and was like, "What is this?" I said, "Look at it." He started smiling, but he didn't say anything.
He's smiling because that is not the first time. He's not shocked.
Hold on. You went to a lab to do the blood test.
Yes, I went to a lab.
What's the name of the lab?
I actually can't remember, but I have that test result with me.
Okay.
That particular test result, I have it with me, and I still remember the hospital address.
Okay, good.
Yes. So I gave it to him. He saw it and was like, okay, you know what? Hold on, we will talk. Let me attend to my visitors. When he was done, he now called me. It was in his golden parlor. We went to his parlor.
Remember that is golden parlor. That share where he used.
I said, we don't have to do anything. What are we going to do?
God expose the wicked.
This was your plan and you succeeded. So why are you asking me what we are going to do? Honestly. I told you I won't go for abortion, so you shouldn't even bring that idea. He said, what of your mother-in-law? I said, she's there. She's in the village. And I said, won't she know? I said, I don't know. He now said, but then you have to abort it.
And the girl said no.
I said, I will not. Yes, he said I should abort it. I told him,
married woman said no. Hey,
I made it clear to you. Use protection.
Yeah.
You refuse.
I have to stand up now. So
this is the consequences of it, and I will not abort the pregnancy. Okay, come to even think of it. Day before yesterday was my wedding, and you're asking me to go for an abortion 2 days later. What if I don't get pregnant again? He said, don't worry. After the abortion, I'll pray for you. I said, I don't want.
He said that to you?
Yes. I said, I don't want. And that was it. I left him because he wanted to make an issue out of it. You have to story. And people get to know. I said, are you even thinking about my...
Una de yes story. Yeah, barikba. Married woman, you are pregnant for your pastor. Even the pastor is telling you to go and do an abortion. You are saying no. You want to keep the pregnancy in your matrimonial home. Abomination upon abomination. Yay. This one is too much.
What if something happens to me? He said, after all, you're not the first. So many people do must you die. See, you don't come and I didn't answer him. I just walked out and I left him. Came back to my house.
You're not the first. That means allegedly he has been doing that.
Probably, as of then, I left his house.
Christ Radio TV. Why the person said that she is to be blamed is the girl. She made that comment when the man was asking her to sleep with her. She should have stopped. She shouldn't have gone ahead in sleeping with the man. She should have known that this is going to be the result. You didn't take prevention, you didn't take tablets, you went to go and buy condom for him, which he did not use. So of course you knew you were pregnant. You still went ahead, you did your wedding, you discovered it. Now you are saying you want to keep the baby. Me, I don't understand this girl.
That was on a
Takes two to
Monday
tango,
night. I left this house, go back to my house. The day was over. I went to sleep. The next day was 23rd, which was Tuesday. When I woke up in the morning, as usual, picked up my phone. I saw
the truth. When I listen to this whole thing, if you ask me what happened here, this girl didn't just want to be mistress. She wanted to be mama of the church. She wanted the man to marry him. Don't forget, the man's wife is in Canada. The house is empty. So she wanted, that was why she refused to marry the usher, whom she actually loved until she can't see father banana the man say he get. That was when she allowed the man to sleep with her without condom. Now you are pregnant, you want to keep the pregnancy. You don't love your husband. It is this pastor you love. You want to be mama of the church. You know, don't forget she's an orphan. She don't hammer now. She don't hit jackpot.
100,000 naira. So if I am to trace my bank statement, there will be an alert.
So sorry, because I caught it. So the pastor now sent her 100,000 naira to go and do an abortion. Make una see whether auntie do am or not do am.
That's from him, 100,000 naira to my account. And he also sent me a WhatsApp message. I have sent you money for the abortion, so you can go and do it. I said, okay, I don't hear. I didn't say any other thing to him. Later that day, he was calling me to ask me if I did it. I said, yes. I didn't want to talk to him. I just left. So, and that was it. A week passed, 2 weeks passed. So sometimes I was just thinking, I was like, what's the point of keeping the pregnancy away from him? He has to know. He has to be there. He has to get involved.
Right.
So I reached out to him and I told him I wanted to tell you something. He said, let him guess. I said, okay. He said, you did not have the abortion. I said, fine, you know, I did not do it. And I said, okay, thank God. Since I sent you that money, I've not been at peace. I've not done this. I've not done that. What if it's a baby boy? I was just thinking, have you gone for antenatal? I said, no. He said, okay, I will send you money. You have to do it.
This
and
is the pastor.
Antenatal. He was supportive.
That is the person we're talking about.
After the marriage, I left his house.
All these they are adverts. So that is the pastor, OPM pastor we are talking about. This one that gave those two dancing boys that sent them to Cyprus. Don't forget, those boys are still dragging him. Those ones are dragging him that impregnated the one 14 years old girl. I don't even know how many years old girl.
I didn't know about that.
Fine. We were all in the house, and he had already started having sex with other girls before I left the house. So we all know about this.
I didn't know. Can you prove to me how you got to know?
We talk to ourselves. We all know ourselves, and we talk to ourselves.
What's the name of the person?
There was Joy Joshua. There was Favor.
And they lived there.
There were other people. Yes, it wasn't one.
Not even one girl pregnant.
Yes.
So she knows.
So I started attending antenatal and everything. He was supportive. Everything was going on well, and I was with my husband. So there was a day I was having problem. I think I was having abdominal pain, and I actually passed out in the house. My husband took me to the hospital. So it was the doctor in the hospital that confirmed to my husband that I was 7 weeks pregnant. Before now, he wasn't aware I was pregnant. The doctor confirmed in the hospital to my husband I was 7 weeks pregnant. My husband was like, doctor, we just married 2-3 weeks ago. Which one are you saying?
7 weeks.
7 weeks. and I've not touched her except for the.
Hold on. If this off, if you cough,
don't forget she don't love the man, no. So apart from the day that they did their wedding, that was when he allowed the man to touch her. After then, he not let the man sleep with her again.
My husband found out I was pregnant. He came back to the house and called.
Listen to what the foolish man
did. The medical woman I said used to visit that boy in hospital and complained to her. Now, this woman did not know what was going on. The woman now called Apostle that, see what Lovette's husband is saying. That she doesn't know what is wrong with all these girls that could see her had gotten pregnant before the wedding or this one. Apostle now said, don't worry, I will settle the both of them. Don't worry, I will settle the both of them. Before the next day, I was back to the house. When I got to the house, Apostle called me. And where is my husband? I said, he's in the house. Say, give him phone. He started shouting for him. Why will you go and call Mrs. Ezendibo that your wife is pregnant? Must you tell everybody your problem? Must you tell everybody this? Can't you keep your problem to yourself? And the guy was like, that day that he just find out, and the thing was a shock to him. So he needed to tell somebody about to say, okay, if your wife does anything, you want to report it to anybody, report it to me. Don't go and start reporting it to someone else. This guy respects him so much and would never, ever think that he was actually behind it. So he told him,
the devil,
okay, Daddy. And that was it. The guy never thought if any issue arises, he will call him. That this is what my wife is doing. No, my wife will not allow me to touch her. My wife will not do this. You say, don't worry, I will talk to her. She's pregnant. Take it easy with it. Stuff like that. And the guy was buying it. So 3 months into the pregnancy, someone else got pregnant for him.
Someone else?
Yeah, someone else.
By who? What's the name of
Joy Joshua.
Joy Joshua. Where is she now?
She's currently in Lagos.
Did she have the baby?
Yeah, she has the baby.
She's in Lagos with the baby?
Yes.
Do you have her contact?
I don't have her contact, but currently she has been on my DM these few days.
Okay, no, I'm asking you.
No, sir.
All you're telling me now, I'm going to investigate this matter before I move on.
No problem, sir. No problem.
You understand? Because this is the outside of the story you're telling me, right?
Yes.
Because that's what you call character defamation.
Yes.
That's it, they happen. Not be that country, Nigeria. Not be there. 7 people die. Policeman included. What happened? Leave that matter.
Let's have to prove beyond reasonable fact that this is not true.
Okay.
Not evidence. The person will lose the case. So I think
leave that matter.
It might have intelligent people around him, but they should tell him the truth. So we're not.
For we to share awareness like this, so that people will stop running from this kind of pastors, so called or who call themselves men of God.
That was it. And then, 3 months into the pregnancy, someone else actually got pregnant for him. And there he came and started telling me that someone told him that I was having an affair with my ex.
Let me just answer the person who said, how did she know that another person is pregnant for him? Because they started talking. She knows the man now. Because when she's pregnant, she's married, the man not going to show interest. So she started seeing another girl going into his house. Jealousy, she started contacting those people. They started talking. And from there, she found out that 2 other persons were pregnant for him. She go even talk her now. Said the man started sleeping with other people. He can't abandon her. Because she wanted the man to continue sleeping with her. Why she will be married to the other usher man. And she's angry and getting frustrated now. Not be the way she want her. The man is playing the boys. Like the man just abandoned her, went or moved on to the next available girl.
Boyfriend when I was in his house. So that the pregnancy is not his own. That he is not responsible. So that I should not come and give him another man's child and expect him to take care of the baby. I was like, where is that information coming from? I was not in any relationship before I came to your house.
He was trying to buy his way out.
The person I was with at that time, we had broken up. When I came to your house, I was not with anybody. So where is that kind of information coming from? He said he got it from a reliable source. I said, anyway, that is not my problem because I know it is a lie. He said, okay, I should bear it at the back of my mind that he will not be taking care of me and the pregnancy again until I deliver. And then we go for a DNA test. I said, thank God there is even a DNA test. At least you will get to know the truth. And I actually thought it was a joke. He refused taking responsibility for the pregnancy. You call him, he won't answer you. You send him message, he will not respond. Once in
your husband.
2 months, he will send you 50,000. You can stay and say, probably by the time I have gotten angry and talk and cry, maybe sometimes after getting angry and begging him, I will now stop getting angry, I will start begging him. That's when he will send money.
All this why the husband is not aware that the wife when he put for house is pregnant for his own pastor. The man is.
At that point, it was as if I was now forcing him to take responsibility. He kept telling me he doesn't want to invest in another man's child. And at that point, after a while, I got into depression. So many things started happening. Throughout the pregnancy, I was always alone. I couldn't tell anybody. Every single time I told him, if you continue with this, I'll be forced to tell somebody about it. He said, if you tell anybody about this thing, he will threaten me. You don't know you're dealing with something that will consume you and your whole family. Jesus. He will do this, he will do that.
And this man of God, they know how to threaten somebody.
He was still there. He was in the house. But I never told him anything.
You this girl, you now no, God save that man. She for even kill the man. This now. Kind of girl.
Why did he leave?
He sent him to Dubai. Because at some point I threatened him. I said, if you don't take care of this child, I will tell Chinedu the truth and I will tell my family the truth. So he didn't want me telling Chinedu because I told him even after the marriage, I kept telling him I don't want this marriage. I don't want to stay. Chinedu Nweke.
Okay. You still have his contact?
Yes, I have his contact.
Okay.
Yes. So after everything, this thing was going on, the pregnancy, the depression, everything, I just went to, even when I was 7 months pregnant, I reached out to him. I needed to go buy things for the pregnancy. He should give me money. He said, how much is the money? I told him 400,000.
Now like the button now. Click the like button on Facebook.
What if it was a palm wine tapper that got me pregnant? I will like ask them to give me 400,000. And the only money he can give me is 100,000. And if I'm not taking it, I should leave it. And I did not take any money from him. While I was in his house, I had a lot of money. So that is the money that has been keeping me. I've been surviving on those money. Outside the ones that once in a while, if he chooses to send you money, he will send it. So fast forward to 2020, March, I had the child. 21st March.
How old is this child?
It's currently 3 years and 3 months.
Okay.
So fast forward to 2020, March 21st, I had the baby.
Yeah.
He requested for a picture. I sent him a picture and he was like, oh, okay, I'm sending you 100,000 now.
Thank you, Facebook people.
Go and buy AC.
Thank you.
Put inside the room where the baby will be sleeping. I don't want him to sweat till I do DNA test.
Do you still have the account number he's using to send his money?
I have, yes, it's still the same account.
So between wife, where innocent usher marry, and his own pastor, they now connive together. They can't send the innocent mumuma. They can't transfer and come off for Nigeria, go Dubai. See what he calls for himself. This girl told you, I will not marry you. Even when you discovered that this girl was pregnant, you still did not say anything. You still wanted her. You still they respect your daddy in the Lord. No, you say that your daddy in the Lord now even get the pregnancy. Okay, now let's Jacka law.
On the 21st of March 2020 in the evening.
So if we call for a settlement of account, we're going to see this.
Yes, you will see it. 100,000 on 21st of March.
Okay.
Yes. So.
Well, the same phone is not the same phone. Is this the same phone you're using right now?
No, it's not the same phone I'm using right now. Yes. So after that day, I still did not answer him. I went to the house. Even after the baby was born, he was actually his very carbon copy. He still refused to take responsibility. The lockdown came. It was during that lockdown, you did not get to go out. That was the first time he willingly, after he denied the pregnancy, he willingly sent me money. So probably, let me say, he felt pity for the child.
Yeah, wicked word.
So he willingly sent me money. I think he sent about 150,000 in the space of 1 month. He kept sending money. After the lockdown, he went back to his normal way. So sometimes you call him, cry, you need money for this, you need money for that. It will take you like 5-6 days to be requesting for one thing before he will now agree.
You know how many will be? You think he will just be paying attention to you?
You can call him, okay, please, I need to take this baby to the hospital. I need money. He will say, take the baby to the hospital first. When they finish.
This thing in the advert so much, This girl is very stubborn. She dealt with this pastor. Both of them dealt with each other. But this girl had the upper hand. Again, a small
Sicher mit dem eBay-Verkäuferschutz.
The house when she get 18 years old girl. So all this time now she's 19. She went into the house, started living with the man when she was 18. So by the time she gave birth, it was 19. This girl, the heart when she gets 30-something years old person will not even get that heart. You will still fear. Fear not there for this girl dictionary.
Okay. Which hospital will attend to you without money first? At the end of the day, I remember so many of his members. I will go to them, I will beg them, they should help me and talk to him. He will refuse. Some of them will say, no, they don't want to get involved.
That's all now.
But they are aware that what happened.
They are aware, they know the truth.
Did you hear that? The church is aware.
They are aware. So many of them will tell me they don't want to get involved, they don't want to do this. So many things like that. So, that being said, this thing kept happening. 2021, he sent Chinedu outside. He kept telling me he would do a DNA test. The baby was 1 year, no DNA test. 2 years, no DNA test. He kept promising, nothing came up. We were still beating around the bush. Today, at some point, I told him, you have to do this DNA test. If not, I will tell people about it. He said nobody can force him to do a DNA test. That he can only do it when his spirit tells him to do it. And nobody can force him to do a DNA test. So at that point, I knew probably he needed more people to talk to him. Now, the DPO that handled this case in Alu police station, I went to this DPO, I complained to him.
So he's aware?
DPO yes, he's aware.
Okay.
The DPO confronted him. He accepted that the child is his own, but that his problem is that I am asking him to marry me. I said, marry you, okay? Marry.
This girl is denying here, but I believe that what she said, that the girl is giving this pastor the condition to marry her. And that is where the problem is coming from. Because already, why will you people even have a problem? You slept with him. He tell you come up, you say no. Now you don't born the pikin. He's giving you money. So there was not supposed to be a problem. Why do we have problem? The only reason we have problem, he is not meeting to your demand. How can he marry you? What will he tell the church? You are supposed to be his spiritual daughter. This is a married man. Yeah.
Who? Me. That
have you ever said so?
Sorry, sir.
Have you ever said he should marry you?
Never, ever. I have never.
Try.
Why will I tell him to marry me when everybody already knows I was married as of that time?
Right.
Yes. And the DPO said he told him that, but the only thing I said is that I want him to take responsibility. If he's doubting paternity, he should go for a DNA test. That he doesn't think it will take him anything to do this thing. So why is he making it an issue? He kept saying, okay, he will do it. The DPO now asked him, I would like to bring this girl to your house and I'll come with her. Let her use her mouth and tell you what her problem is. Me and the DPO went to his house.
You are to his house?
Yeah, I am.
Yes.
You want to contribute into the show? Okay. Very interesting. No, I would have said you should listen to the ends because the end I get the bass boss. The end, it was alarming. It's really, really serious. Exactly. Yeah. Okay then. All right. Thank you. So I'll wait for your call.
His house. We got to his house. We got to his parlor, and we were in a meeting. If I want to talk what has been happening, he will start telling me I am being ungrateful, that I should see those children he sent to Turkey, he sent to Cyprus, he did this, he do this one. I said, that is not why we are here. That is not why we are here. I'm talking about your child and you're talking about people you sent outside. How does these two issues relate? You see why I'm saying she's ungrateful? You see why I'm saying she's ungrateful? So we couldn't understand. At some point, he was talking, I talked back at him, and the DPO was like, don't talk back at him. Allow him to talk. So I kept quiet. He kept saying I was ungrateful. I was this. This is the reason why he doesn't want to take care of the boy. He doesn't want to do this. After all, I'm married. Now why can't I just let my husband take responsibility? I said, who does that? Someone else fathered the child and someone else. As at this time, my husband was already in Dubai. I'm still not aware of the truth. So, the DPO now, I now told him, what you're talking about is not why we are here. The DPO now said, this girl wants to start a business so she can move on with her life.
Exactly.
Maybe you fix some amount of money for the boy's upkeep. Give her money to start business so that she can go and live her life. And I say, so that what kind of business do I want? I said, I would love to set up a unisex salon. Both male and female. He said, okay, I should make a list and go and give the welfare department. The DPO say, how does welfare come into this matter? This is you and her. Whatever you want to do, keep it between you and her. Right. Welfare coming inside tomorrow, sir. You will say she went to report you. So keep it between you and her. He said, okay, in that case, unisex salon, how much is it? 500,000. I said 500,000 for a unisex salon. Is it for the equipment? Is it for the shop? Or which one? He said, please, he cannot do more than that. He cannot do, in fact, he has visitors. Before we know it, he called his PA to call the other visitors that were waiting for him. And we were discharged like that. And we left. We left his house. The DPO said he will get to the end of that matter. He kept calling him. At some point, he said, if I cannot take 500,000, he will give 800. I said, I am not taking. I am telling you to set up a standard business for me. So I can focus on my life and forget about this whole child or no child. If tomorrow I have financial need for this child, and you're not available, I can as well from the business take care of the child without having to call you. I am tired. It's been 3 years. I just want to move on and live my life. He will just be looking at me that I don't know what I'm talking about. So the DPO kept pressurizing him. He now said, so at some point, I told the DPO, sir, I will take this thing to public. This was last year. Come now. I told him, sir, I will take this thing to public.
Not to talk about it.
Last year, January.
Okay.
We're not going to figure it.
Yeah. Sorry, viewers. We're not seeing her face very well because it's already late. She included.
This girl is very greedy. She wanted the word. She wanted everything.
I will take God this thing to the media because I am tired of trying to talk to this man all by myself. He did not say anything.
Why did you not bring it to media when this man was asking to sleep with you? Now when water don't pass Gary, you won't come bring it to media. Now two of them will give the water together.
It was just like when he heard media, he was scared. He now say, okay, tell her, I'll give her 1 million. The DPO said it is still too small.
Exactly.
So we kept talking and talking and talking. At the end of the day, DPO said, okay, if you can just make it 2 million, let us see what she can do out of the money. He said, okay, 2 million, 2 million. Outside that 2 million naira, nothing again. If it's giving me the 2 million naira, I should be paying the baby school fees from there. I should be feeding the child from there. In fact, I should take care of the child from the 2 million.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
The DPO says, sir, what do you mean? 2 million naira to take care of a child and start up a standard business.
The DPO is interceding between.
Yes. Yes. The DPO was always calling him and talking to him. He was saying, in fact, that is what he can give me last. I should go and take care of the child with the money. I said, if you're giving me 2 million naira to set up a standard unisex salon, at the same time, pay the child school fees, feed him from there. I myself, I have needs. So will I still be doing that from the money? And at the end of the year, I will still be paying the shop rent. So he said, okay, in that case, he will be paying the shop rent.
The man now will carry responsibility, but he has his family.
Case, he will pay the shop rent. The DPO can testify to this. To some point, the truth is that I wanted to walk away.
Why you not walking away?
I wanted to go and live my life because the drama was too much.
No.
Are you looking for money?
In a middle, everything was always happening. Sometimes I can send him a message, he will read it and finish. He will not answer you. You keep repeating the same message for 3-4 days before he will say anything. So I said, fine, 2 million. So long as you'll be paying rent now, yearly. Let me just see what I can do out of it. Move on with my life.
Came back
get
to
1 or 2 skills.
Okay, then.
Anyhow it is, I'll start up from there. So he asked me to call his agent to go and rent the shop. He called his agent, gave the agent money to go and rent a shop, and the shop was rented. The shop we got, based on what I wanted to start, if you're doing a unisex salon in the Nigerian kind of setup, you need to use one part for where they braid women's hair, one side for where they barb men's hair, pedicure, stuff like that. So I wanted to include everything. So I needed at least a bit bigger space.
This is somebody.
Yes.
This is somebody they sent. The DPO sent you to go and be taking care of a sick boy. You not tell me you go to carry bola. You carry bola. When you were working, they were paying you 20,000 where you were working. You did wash, you did cook. You were living in one room. Now suddenly you want to have a business or spa. You see where her. I beg.
So I told his agent, who also looked for a place that was at least close to something I was looking for. And then the landlord said he can only take a year and 6 months. Out of the 2 million, and what he paid for was a year. Out of the 2 million naira, I needed to add 250,000 to the 500,000 naira he gave for the shop to pay for a year and 6 months. So I started buying equipment. Equipment are expensive.
All right.
Some stuff can be 200, 180. I got stuff. I set up the shop. His agent saw the shop I set up. Now, this thing I'm telling you, now, this 2 million naira did not come at once.
No.
Yes, the 2 million naira came 2 times, 3 months apart.
Thank you for the global life.
It did not come directly to my account. It went through the DPO's account. So he can testify to this.
Okay.
Wenn Gegensätze aufeinandertreffen. Paartherapeutin, Scheidungsanwalt.
See my babe, they negotiate for big business, big money and everything. Oh, voilà.
The shop was rented in February.
Which year?
Yes, March, April was when he brought the first 1 million.
Which year?
Meanwhile, 2021. Was it last year? Yes, last year. 2022.
Okay.
The shop was rented in February. March, April was when he brought the first 1 million. Now, 2 months has gone from the shop.
Thank you.
The first 1 million, I used it in buying equipment and other things. It still wasn't enough. I put it up in the shop. And then I reached out to him. I've used the 1 million and I've gotten some of the things. Please, the remaining 1 million. He said, okay, hold on, I will give you. The first 1 million came in April. May, June was when the second 1 million came.
An offering. Hey.
The DPO can testify to this.
Hey.
Now, same June was when his wife came back. After he sent the 1 million naira.
The wife done the year.
Wife
don't run come from Canada.
This money was also for the baby's upkeep, his school fees. So there's no way I will carry all of them and put in the business.
Right.
So about 1.5 went into the shop. I kept 500,000. We had things we needed in the house, daily upkeep, school fees. I have my younger sister living with me, and she's going to school.
Wow.
I pay her transport every day.
I don't want to concern our pastor.
His wife came back that same June, and his wife heard about the whole thing. I don't know who she heard it from. She made her investigation. They gave her my contacts, and she called me.
Okay. The wife
called me. Yes.
Listen to what this guy did, though.
And started asking me things that she has already known the truth, but that she wants to hear the truth from me, and she expects me to tell her the truth.
And not the truth.
Nkechinyere.
Nkechinyere who?
Yes, Nkechinyere.
Not this wife when I go live with her husband for Nigeria, she a pastor,
and said
that they find trouble.
That she has already known everything, but that she wants me to tell her the truth because she has already prayed to God, and that she has already told herself that she has heard all of us that are pregnant for her husband. We did this, we did that. So any of us that choose to tell her the truth, she will forgive the person. But that anybody will lie
Don't forget,
to her, anybody that will lie to her or anything, that the person will have God to contend with. The truth is that Apostle was not protecting me. He wasn't protecting my child.
So now the wife you think say go protect your day.
I had no reason hiding what has been happening. I told his wife the truth. I told her everything.
Bravo. Okay.
She now said that according to what she has been hearing, that she heard my child resemble her husband very well. I said I wouldn't know. She now said, okay, can she call me on a video call to see the baby? She had asked for my child's picture. I said, I'm sorry, I can't send his picture to you. He said, okay, can she call me on a video call to see him? I said, fine. She called me on WhatsApp, video call.
She did?
Yes, she did call me.
Last year.
Thank you for the love and
yes,
like.
Last year, July.
On Facebook.
Yes, June, July.
You two people, click the like.
She saw my child. While she was on this video call, she saw my child. She was taking screenshots.
Before, why did you think she said she wants a video call? What for
now,
you?
After the call, because she has been asking her husband, and he has been lying that he doesn't have any child with me.
Before.
That the only person he has a child with is with Joy.
Another
that
one.
He doesn't have a child with me.
For two, grief for one.
So now I believe she actually took those screenshots to prove to her husband that she talked to me.
Yes.
And that this is the child you have been denying. So she took screenshots and then went ahead to send the screenshot to her husband. I talked to Lovett, this one, that one. It was on a Sunday night. Now, before this day, I have not been talking to Apostle for like 2-3 weeks. I've not sent him message. He has not sent me message. So I was surprised. It was around this time, 8 o'clock, like this. For the after the morning, the wife called me in the morning. The evening of that same Sunday, he sent me a message, and the message read, "I have received your message. Expect mine." That was the message he sent to me. That was it. And then I was scared. Anybody in my shoe would be scared.
Why are you scared now?
Now, people started calling me. Please, I wouldn't want to call this person's name because he doesn't want to get involved.
Let me see. You need to make it matter here, okay?
Okay.
Because what we're doing, we're going to do a high-profile investigation.
Okay.
You get justice. I promise you. Okay? Whatever it takes, you get justice.
So this person called me and said, "Are you having issues with Apostle?" I said, "No, what happened?" He said, Apostle called him.
Who's the person?
And asked for my address, his agent, because that is the only person that knows that knows where I stay.
What is his name?
Mr. Lucky.
Lucky who?
Yes, Lucky Adi.
Okay.
Because he actually did not know what was going on, and it was in the night. So he just called and was like, "Are you having issues with Apostle?" I said, "No, sir, what happened?" He said, that he was surprised. Apostle called him and was, "Send me Lovette's address. Where is she staying?" And the way he was sounded, that he did not like it. I said, "Oh, I don't know," because I also did not want to start talking to him or telling him anything. I said, "Okay, thank you." Immediately, I called Apostle's lawyer. Before this time, I had gone to his lawyer.
By name who?
By name, Barrister Mrs. Dokubo.
Okay.
Barrister Mrs. Nko Dokubo.
You have all these people's number, right?
I have a contact.
Forward every contact at the end of this live video.
Okay, sir. So I contacted her. I said, ma, so person just called me and said Apostle is asking him for my address. She was like, what is wrong with this man? This man has already spoiled so many things. He will not stay one place. What is his problem? That's what she said. You know what, my dear, leave that house immediately. Leave that house immediately. This thing I'm telling you was after 8 to 9. I had to carry my son, carry my child, my sister, and we left the house.
May God bless her.
We left the house that
for
day.
wait now.
And then she called one of the people that was involved in this matter, because when I reported to her, she went to the church board to report to the church board.
The barrister?
Yes.
Beautiful.
She reported to the church board. So they will have been holding meeting and looking for a way to make him go for a DNA test. According to his barrister, he has always refused, that he doesn't want to go for a DNA test. They said no. The barrister said he told him, come, if these children are saying you got them pregnant and you are saying you did not, prove yourself wrong. And the only way you can do that is to get a DNA test.
Spread on.
So they had to force him. This thing I'm telling you started all in June. It took them July, August, September, October,
for the church
November to be able to force this man to go for a DNA test.
Which year?
The man that got 3 girls
5
pregnant.
months.
People
Last
still
year,
left him
2022.
to stand there in the altar as a man of God.
At the end of the
network.
They still left the man covering it. Evil that men do. It not still come out. It still come out. When God said it is time for him to be exposed, he will be
exposed. At some point, his wife wanted to make an issue out of the whole matter. They will keep talking to her, calming her down and everything. So by November, the barrister called me. Does your son have a passport? I said no. He said, okay, you have to get him a passport. We have finally decided we are going for a DNA test.
In Ghana.
I said, passport, are we going outside the country? She said, your guy say you no want to do for Nigeria now. He said, everybody know I'm for Nigeria. So that we will be going to Ghana for a DNA test. I was like, okay. They contacted someone. I went and got ECOWAS passport. The person does passport for people from Apostle himself. So Apostle said I should go to the guy to get me the passport. So the guy got me an ECOWAS passport for my son. I have my own passport already. So on the 20th, the flight was booked. And
this guy get hard.
Janet says, who and who is going? She said, you and your son, herself, Apostle, his wife, Joy, her baby, the other girl by name Nana, and
don't
her
forget
child.
3 girls are pregnant for him.
Everybody is going. She said yes. That since Apostle
at
is
the
denying,
same time,
so them too need to know the truth. I was like, okay. On the 29th of November last year, we left Nigeria to Ghana.
This thing very long.
And the DNA test was conducted in Blueprints DNA Center, Ghana.
Hold on. Blueprint
DNA Center.
DNA Center, Ghana.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know the particular states in Ghana?
It should be in Accra. So it was Accra we went to.
Okay.
Yes. It's even on Google. That was how we find out, because we did not know any DNA center in Ghana before we went there.
See, they went to Ghana so that people will not recognize the pastor. No safe in Nigeria, they just for them.
So we got there.
The little girl, say her name is Joy.
Yes, Joy Joshua.
Okay. And Nana who?
I don't know. I think it should be Jessica Nwoko or Nana Nwoko. I've never met her before. I only saw her at the DNA test place.
Okay.
I didn't even see herself. It was his lawyer that told me about her.
Okay.
Yes, I've not known about her. It was at the DNA test I got to know about her. So we went there, the DNA test, sample were taken, everything, mine was taken, and we never got to meet each other. We got to Ghana, me and my son went first to get the sample and went back to our hotel. The next day, they called the other girl, Joy, to come with her child also.
Okay.
To get their sample and went back. Then the next day, the other girl came with her child. So they never let us meet ourselves.
Right.
So now, no,
Yes. So when we were finished taking the sample, they said the results will be ready in 2 weeks' time.
Thank you for the love I like on Facebook. Thank you. Keep clicking the love I like. Network problems. So that's why our phone is always season.
We left Ghana on the 3rd of December and came back to Nigeria. So everybody were fingers crossed waiting for the results. Now, with the date they gave us, 14th, 15th of December, the results would be ready.
Yes.
So on the 16th, I called his lawyer. I greeted her. I said, ma, please, I know the DNA, the result must have been sent to you. Can I ask
for the result? You are the one that is always very forward. This girl, very stubborn girl. She dealt with them, eh? She dealt with these people.
Ein Hoch auf die Gönner.
People as they talk, OPM pastor, they show, share me your account and share your account online, and the miracle money will fall into it. That is what the OPM pastor is doing online. You go and Google him. He says, send your account and the miracle money will come. Now that one you want to cover the scandal when they grant.
Hello, sir.
Oh, yeah,
yes, I'm here. I can hear you. Network.
Network was disturbing her, and they were calling her as they are calling the girls for to be cutting the connection between the man and the girl.
She's having a network issue, you know. She's Nigerian. Okay.
Hello, sir.
She's back. Yes, I can hear you, my doctor. Go ahead.
Okay. So we came back to Nigeria and I called her. I said, ma, my son's on. What is the result? She said, why are you asking? You're the only person that is calling to ask. Others did not ask. Why are you not the one asking? I said, ma, I'm asking because my child was being rejected. He was denied that he was not his son. Outside that fact, I was a part of that DNA test, and it was my son's test. So I have the right to know the results.
Absolutely.
She said, you people are just ungrateful. You people are ungrateful. This man has been using church money, spending it on you people. People don't want to calm down. I'm saying, ma, we think consign result I'm asking for.
Who was saying this?
This girl, chai. How much no good.
Who was saying this?
The lawyer. It was the lawyer. Now not saying a church offering.
Just stop.
People are suffering. Give it their money. No, go let people come and worship in peace. Bring. You don't bring your tithe, you will be cost because you will die.
People comes in, the network will get this thing.
Listen, that they might be tracking your number to know where you are. Okay.
You can't even get lost. Say the pastor not even buy herself. So the pastor don't really regret. If like say if I don't delete the girl since.
Go ahead. Jesus Christ.
That's why you shouldn't have even slept with him in the first place, to avoid this nonsense that you have now found yourself in.
So let's wait for her.
Because all these men of God, they would do anything to cover their tracks. They would do anything.
Hello, sir.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay, I just
deleting you. They will just delete you like chicken.
Okay,
Doesn't mean anything to them.
She started abusing me and everything. I was asking her that I'm only asking for the results. She said, in fact, that she's not supposed to know. I should stop talking to her anyhow. She's not my mate. She's not enough to be my mother. This one, that one. She was just talking and talking and talking. I had to drop the call. I had to drop the call. Hello, sir, can you hear me?
We can hear you, my dear.
Okay, so I dropped the call because I wasn't understanding where the abuse was coming from. And then she never sent me the results. She never said anything about it. She never told me what it was. And this was December 16th, 17th. So after that one, she kept calling. I will call them. So now the result is out. What are people doing about it? She will say they will call for meeting. They will do this, they will call for meeting. When they call for meeting, they will invite all of us that they want to settle this whole matter once and for all. So that once the elders gather, they will call all of us for a meeting and that they will settle the matter, which is what I was waiting for. December, January, February, March, nothing was done. So I got the lawyer. My lawyer wrote to Apostle, and Apostle called his lawyer. His lawyer now reached out to my own lawyer. Two of them had a meeting. So they now agreed that everybody were going to have a meeting. And this meeting was scheduled to 23rd of March this year. Hello, sir.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are quiet because your story is heavy.
It's
heavy in our hearts.
And then they now asked me what happened. Just like that,
Let the love flow. Let the love and light flow. Thank you.
I also explained to them. Okay, meanwhile, I forgot something. Last year, when his wife, everything was just going, after he started threatening me, at some point I left Port Harcourt.
For stay now.
I got to my place at Uyo to stay.
You was threatening you?
Yes, he was threatening me.
Now the wife went to say, go help him.
As of the time, he was asking for my address. So I couldn't stay in the house anymore.
Okay.
So I needed to change location and all those things because since the person he asked for my address had told him he did not know where I was staying, he would have maybe got more people to start looking for me. So I left Port Harcourt.
Okay.
When I left Port Harcourt that last year, I got to my uncle's place in Uyo to stay.
Okay.
And then my auntie said, we have to go to FIDA. We have to go report to FIDA and let them call him. So his lawyer called me one of those days I was in Uyo, we were talking. I told her, at this point, I am tired. Since the church doesn't want to do anything about it, that I will go to FIDA. She was like, no, it hasn't gotten to that though. I said, I'm just telling you that I will go to FIDA. So I believe she called him to tell him that I wanted to go, I will be going to FIDA. The next day, as early as 6 a.m., he called me. After the night, me and his lawyer talked. And I told her I was going to FIDA. The next morning, he called me and was telling me that it hasn't gotten to that now, that I should calm down. I said, what do you mean by calm down? Number one, you're threatening me. You're not taking your responsibility. You're not taking care of the child. And you expect me to just sit down and watch you. When I talk, you abuse me. So which one is calm down? It's not about calming down. It's about you taking action. And I said, okay, in that case, that he'll be giving the child 100K monthly.
Who said that?
100K for Apostle.
Listen to our matter. 100K for what? This
Yes,
is somebody who was earning
Chibuzor.
just 20,000.
Okay. That he'll be giving the child 100K monthly. I should go and get a nanny for the baby. A nanny that will be taking care of the baby while I'm going to the shop. I say, the shop you're even talking about. The last time you sent money, I just finished buying things for that shop and you started threatening me. I locked the shop and left. This was already July. That shop rent was paid since April. So imagine how long I have locked that shop because of all these things that you're doing. He said, you don't have to leave now. You can come back. I cannot hurt you. I cannot hurt you. You're with my child. If I kill you now, what will I tell the baby tomorrow? I say, me, I don't trust you. If you can be wicked to your own child, go again. Can't you do anything to? And I say, no, that he cannot hurt me. That he has told me now he'll be giving the baby 100K monthly. Then I should get a nanny. He'll be paying the nanny 30,000. When we come back,
network. The girl.
Warum verkaufst du bei eBay? Na, weil es kostenlos ist.
So you see my baby. She was earning just 20,000 living in one room.
Kostenlos.
In fact, as at the time the pastor was even employing her, she doesn't even have a job. Now you say 100,000 too small for the pikin to eat for 1 month. It is well, oh. You're welcome, darling. Talk now. We're hearing you.
That you'll be paying the nanny, you'll be paying school fees, you'll be paying school bus and everything. I said, anyway, I've heard what you said. For me, I cannot trust you. Because this is how you used to talk. At the end of the day, when it's time to do the thing, you expect me to start begging you again. He said, no, that this time he means it. I should call his agent to go and get me accommodation, to go and do this, to go and do that. Okay, I said no problem now. Because me, I really wanted peace. I don't want to be beating around the bush with him. My son was lacking attention from his side. That's never given. Even during his second birthday, I called him. I said, please, in a week time, it is his birthday. Oh, please, can you just send money? Even if it's to buy cake and buy stuff and go and share it for his classmates. Because him too used to bring birthday pack to the house. So it would be bad that on his own birthday, he did not give to his classmates. Apostle told me that if that boy did not do birthday, will somebody die?
I wonder. Yeah.
That what is it to birthday? That must he do birthday? That thing, like that thing got to me.
These children are back.
It got to me. I felt really bad about it. So I stopped disturbing him about the birthday. I forgot about it. This is why he's 3 years. He has never for once celebrated his birthday.
Hey!
He has never.
What month was he born?
He was born in March.
Oh.
He has never.
Well, you now you know what celebrate. If you use cabin biscuits and mineral celebrating, but now as your power reach, but you didn't want to. Maybe you want buy designer cake. So now you know one celebrator.
So that was it. I forgot about the birthday. I let him be. So he now said he would do it. So we came back to Port Harcourt. Yes, he got an accommodation, a 1-bedroom flat.
Tell your sister to stop talking.
Who got accommodation?
He sent his agent, Apostle. He sent his agent to get me an accommodation.
Thank you.
I told the agent because as at that time I did not trust anybody. Because I know money can do anything. I told the agent that please don't worry. Just collect him the money and give me. I'll go and get a house for myself. Because I do not want anybody, as of that last day till now, knowing where I am staying.
Beautiful.
So the agent understood and said, okay, no problem. He reached out to him, okay, we have seen an accommodation. He sent the money to the agent who gave me the money.
How much?
600,000.
What
date?
This was, this should be around last year. Okay, school just started that time. Last year, September.
Okay.
Yes. So around the start of first term, which is always September. So that was the time. Yep. So 600,000 to get a 1-bedroom flat. He sent it to the agent. I also got a school. I got different school. I sent him the amount. He said I should get different school and sent him how much it was to register. There was a school I went to, Bereton Montessori. It's one of the good schools in Port Harcourt. They told me new intake and everything was about 500,000, but timely pay was 200,000. I knew he would never choose that one, but I still got it. I still collected their list. I went to 3 different schools. The least school I gave him was new intake, 200,000.
I go take now.
And yearly timely pay 150,000. And that was the one he chose.
Correct guy. Smart one.
That was the one he chose.
Don't know business.
Because the accommodation, I went back to my shop, opened the shop as of that last year, September. I got the boy in school. We started living. Everything was okay. Now, you say you'll be giving the boy 100K. You'll be paying school bus, which is 40,000. you'll be paying a nanny monthly 30,000. So when you look at this money now, is 170,000. And then I still told him we needed to pay bills. I was not even bothered about getting money for myself. I was just looking at how I can work in the shop and be getting money for myself. Since the 100K was coming, I was ready to do with that. Just live my life. He now said, okay. He will just round up everything, including bills, to make it 200K per month. I said, no problem.
No problem. Okay.
That particular month, that particular September, what he sent for upkeep was 100,000. That until September ending is when he will start paying the other one, the other bill. No issues. We started living and everything. When that September ended in October,
please click the like and love button
me
on
and
Facebook.
His lawyer to call him before he sent that money.
YouTube,
we went back to the normal way again.
Please,
once has ended.
Click the like
Third, he has not sent. I called him. I sent message. Nothing. I reached out to his lawyer. Sometimes if I'm talking to the lawyer, I will tell her that if I'm tired, I will let people know about this thing I'm going through.
At the point,
his lawyer told me that, what am I even saying? They later tell me that if this thing comes out to the public, then nobody will believe me. That except his wife comes out to say, to support me, that is when people will believe, because she is the wife. I said, I am the one in the shoe, I am the one with the child. So why won't people believe me? She said that she has told me that the man has been saying, if this thing comes out on social media, that he will just leave and nobody will see him again.
I even forward that.
This was what his lawyer told me. I said, ma, that is not what we are talking about right now. Why I called you is to help me and call him to do what he said he would do. Month has ended. Today is 7, 6, 7, 8. He has not sent the upkeep. The lawyer started calling him and calling before he now sends the money. So this is always the problem. Month will end. He will wait for you to start begging him. Sometimes I will just leave it. You start calling and calling and calling. Meanwhile, while you're calling him and begging him, he is already posting 200 people leaving Nigeria to Benin Republic for scholarship.
And that is what the man is always doing.
And you're here begging for upkeep for your
Remember, he sent these boys to Cyprus.
While you're begging him, you will be calling him. He will busy your call. He is posting.
That's what she's talking about.
The black privileged students, their mother was this, their father was this. Because of the love I have for humanity, I have taken them. They are now living in my house. You're doing this, you're doing that. And your child is there begging you for food. Which mother will accept such thing? Which mother will accept it?
Which mother? Hey,
let it be that he doesn't have the money. It's understandable. No, when he has it, he's giving it to the public and his child doesn't have it. I don't even want to go to him giving the child attention. He has never done it. So I will not mention it because I know no matter what you do, he will not do it.
What name did you give this child?
Look at the name she gave him.
Good luck.
Chibuzor.
Good luck, who?
Chibuzor. That's the name he bears in school. Good luck, Chibuzor.
She even named the Papa. You not care that. You not care.
Yeah.
Who asked you to give that? Who asked you to give the name to the child? Good luck, Chibuzor.
Hey,
I gave him Chibuzor because
Papa,
I don't think there's any other name it's out.
The person's name is Chinyere Chibuzor. A gift. That is his name. So Chibuzor is his surname.
Yes. So this matter went on like that. The 200K he said he will be sending month to end. Send the money. We'll talk and talk and talk and talk. So we just keep happening like once month is ending. If we are approaching 26, 27, I will start being scared. Who knows how many days I will talk to this man before he will send money? Who knows what I will start constructing message I will send to him. Sometimes it will result to me insulting him before he will send money. If I insult him, he will insult me back. He will abuse me. He will call me names.
This person suffer. This Morgan, I call the insulter.
That your child is begging you for money for food.
You tell him this?
Yes, I do tell him. I told him you're not ashamed. Yes, I have most of this chat.
Say, tell and say
I told him, you're not ashamed that your child is begging you for food. Yet you're in public doing this and doing that. There was a time I told him that nobody would want to see your life behind the camera.
Can you imagine?
He said, I'm stupid. I'm an ingrate. I'm this.
Honestly, you are.
But it is the truth. So at the end of the day now, that money he said he'll be sending for upkeep has been like that. It's always an issue before the money will come. So it makes me now keep coming back to him every month end. I keep coming back to him.
So she not like that
one.
So
fast forward to when they called this meeting. We went for the meeting the first day. We had the meeting. They asked me what happened. I told them everything. They all told the meeting.
Who called the meeting?
The church board.
Okay, the church board is aware of what is happening.
Too many
they know everything. They were the one that organized for the DNSS.
Are you mentioning of the church board? You know.
When I was listening to the interview, I even provoke for the man. Say, you ask question too much. Yeah, this girl is live with you. She is telling you, I don't want to call the person's name because the person told me confidential. You are still asking the girl, what is his person's name? What is his phone number? On live interview. So the whole world, the man that this interview and Ayawa, he made the interview too long. Everything. What is his name? What is his name? Where is his number? What is the counter? These things, take notes behind the scene. The girl will give you all this information.
Matt Ofe. Matt Ofe.
Mr. Matt Ofe.
Yes, Mr. Matt Ofe. Mr. Sobal. Uloko. I think I will send you their name. I think I have their name because they all sent their name to my lawyer.
Okay, good.
So I have their name. Yes. There were about 7 of them or 6 of them in that meeting. I went with my grandfather and my lawyer. So they asked me, after everything in the meeting, they now asked me, so what do you want? I said, this is what I want. A non-rented accommodation for the child.
Do you know the meaning of a non-rented accommodation for the child? Meaning, buy us a house, give us a building, or build us a building. We will not be paying rent. It will be our own. Omo, this girl, your level.
I do not want to always come back yearly asking Apostle to come and pay rent for the child. So I want a non-rented apartment for him, accommodation for him. I need money for his education. Probably I will go and open a bank account on his name. The money should be put there. Kings. So he doesn't feel like he's giving me the money for his education. Now, when we went to that meeting, before the meeting started, his lawyer stood up and said that this meeting is being held as a result of the DNA test that was conducted in November 2022. So assessing if Lovina's child belongs to Apostle Chibuzor, as she allegedly claimed, and that the results came in, and that the results said it is positive that he is the father.
Yes,
his lawyer said so. So they now asked me, what do you want? That was what she said before the meeting started. So I now told them what I want. They should put the money in his account for his education and then also put some money for his upkeep. They are all fathers and grandparents.
They won't collect the money
in
large sum now for his upkeep, for his education. So I will not come and help you again.
Ask for money to start up, to put in my business. Because I locked that shop up for a long time and I've missed a good part of the shop rent. And I need to meet up. And I will need money to add to it. So that if this is done, I will just go my way, live my life, never to come back to Apostle. If my child grows up and wants to look for his father, he's a man. I will not stop him.
21 years
okay, they have heard me. They rescheduled the meeting till the next
girl.
How old are you?
It is to answer.
How old are you?
I'm I'm 25.
Okay, she's 25
They're
now.
very smart.
Very smart,
Very
for money matter or nine for smart too. When they make you open
So,
down for cassava,
thank you,
it's not
So
smart.
they now said they rescheduled the meeting that we should come back the next week. We went back the next week. They now said they were now talking, and they now said so that they heard my request as of the last time. So that they cannot start looking for a house to buy right now for the boy, or start doing this or start doing that, or going to open a bank account. That right now they want to sum up everything and give me in cash.
Hey, have your logo,
So, including the house, the upkeep, the business, the education, and everything. I said, okay, it was still okay.
I was also
to my greatest shock, I was told they will give me 5 million naira.
My baby reject
to go away with the child and never to come back to Apostle. This 5 million naira should cover his accommodation, his education, his upkeep, including the business.
She wanted the money from the beginning. That was why she refused to terminate the pregnancy.
I was like, is this a joke?
Can you imagine? Is this a joke?
Because I was shocked. I wanted to know if they were joking or they were pulling my leg. But when I asked that question, I got to find out they were serious. One of them even said, that what do I mean by, is this a joke? How much is rent? I can get a one room or a self-contained, 200,000. I pay for 5 years, which is 1 million naira. Deposit 1 million naira in account for the boys' education. Use the remaining one and start a business. From the profit of the business, I will pay the boys' school fees and be making money from it. And I was like, so yes, people expect me to take 5 million naira and go and be living with this boy, and I'll be watching his father doing charity more than that for
so
people. He will even be building houses for people, but he cannot give his child a house. I told them I will not take it. I am not taking it. If they wanted the matter to go to court, the matter should go to court. I won't take the money. One of them, by name is Ahmad Kofi, now said, you people are dealing with someone's life. This is a child's life. My dear. Yes, that was his comment. He said, this is a child's life. You know what? I'm going to add 5 million naira from my pocket to you to make it 10 million naira. They fled up against him. They were angry. And what does it mean by that? What is he trying to say? What is he trying to prove? So are they now wicked? They fled up against him. This man was angry to the point that tears came out of his eyes. He was like that.
Was Apostle there?
No. Apostle was not there. He never attended the meeting. So I told him I won't take the money. So when the man now said he was going to add money to make it 10 million naira, my sole aim was to walk away because the mess was too much. It was taking a good part of my life and I wanted to walk away. I wanted to walk away because my child was already 3 years as of that March. He's getting smart, he's learning new things. So I don't want him growing into this whole environment. So I needed to walk away. When he said 10 million, I said, okay, sir. 10 million, I will take it because I was thinking with 10 million naira, if I take it, I can probably
fly away to Europe.
Get maybe a working visa, get my son and myself maybe to Canada or to UK and start the whole life afresh. So I accepted the 10 million naira.
Expectation is so high.
They now said it has not finished. Since I have accepted the 10 million naira, I have to sign a document. I said I would sign. They asked my lawyer to go and draft a document. The meeting was over. My lawyer went and drafted a document that briefed what all this whole story I have been saying. My lawyer just briefed it, I think about 3 pages, putting his full name and my full name, and that they had confirmed that he is the biological father of the child. And they were giving me 10 million naira to go away with the child. But it does not affect the child's relationship with his father in the future. And this agreement was sent to them, and they rejected it. They said it was too outright, that they will amend it. They now went and drafted their own agreement, changing his name from Chibuzor Gift Chinyere to Chibuzor Nwankwo. Me, I don't know who is Chibuzor Nwankwo.
Listen, this girl will like money.
I don't have anything to do with Chibuzor Nwankwo.
Yes.
They changed his name to Chibuzor Nwankwo, and the narrative they put up in their agreement, they made it look like Chibuzor Nwankwo was a church member. And that I left my marriage to go and have an affair with Chibuzor Nwankwo, which resulted to a child. So when the church had and offered me financial assistance of 10 million naira to be away with my child. Honestly, I still did not mind with the narrative they came up with.
I still did not mind.
So I signed the document.
You signed
I told them all I wanted was to walk away because
you sold the father out.
I was tired.
Don't buy the
I wanted to walk away because I know that whatever he continued doing and was doing, one day it will still come out. I signed the document. And then I requested for one thing. I said, this document I am signing, I need a copy of it. They said, for what? What do you need it for? You don't need it. I said, no, I need it. They said they will never give it to me. I said, fine. If you people will not give me a copy of a document that is even speaking against me, even after I signed it just to walk away, if you people will not give me a copy, I will not take the money.
This is a man of God.
You people can keep the money. And I did not take that money. And that was the end of that issue. When I came back, I thought of ways to do. I thought of what to do. I told my lawyer we need to go to court. Take the matter to court. My lawyer said I should pay. 100. My lawyer drafted an agreement to send to court. But he said I should pay 100,000 for filing fee. I said, I don't get 100,000 to pay. He kind of made it mandatory. I have to pay before we go to court. So I left him aside. That was when I had to contact Dr. Charles.
Which is this guy?
I sent him a DM on Facebook explaining my plight. So he reached out. I was like, send me evidence, which I did. He asked for my contacts and called me. I told him everything. He said, I will get back to you in the morning. He reached out to Apostle, and Apostle accepted to everything Mr. Charles said.
Apostle not even deny.
Because this is what Mr. Charles said.
Okay.
After
Apostle, the interview, sorry.
Before this whole meeting, Apostle had blocked me on WhatsApp.
Dr. Charles who?
Dr. Charles, I was there.
Okay.
So before this whole meeting of 18, after the DNA test, Apostle had blocked me on WhatsApp.
Okay.
So when I found out he blocked me, what was I doing with his contact? I also blocked him.
You know, collect $10 million like you block.
He has reached out to Apostle and that he is surprised that he is even accepting it. That he accepted the child is his own, this one and everything. But that he wants Apostle to call me because he wants to come in. That he wants to create peace where the child can have both parents. Because the child is innocent. I said, thank you, sir. This is what I've always wanted. I've always wanted my child to have his father.
This girl.
No matter what Apostle has done to me, I will not block the child from having him or having access to him. He said, okay, he will reach out to Apostle for Apostle to call me. Apostle refused to call me. So Mr. Charles put up a conference call between me and Apostle and him.
He showed up.
And him, yes. So the three of us. So we talked. In that meeting, conference call, Apostle continued saying that, okay, since I did not take the 10 million naira, he will continue with the 200,000. I told him, no, the 200,000, the money that comes to us is 100,000. The other 100,000 goes for bills, and you are aware. And this money was actually because, according to you, you were not sure if the child was your own. So at least now that the DNA test has been done and confirmed, things should change. He said he doesn't have money. He cannot change anything. He can only be paying 200,000. I told him I won't take that. He kept saying it. But that we should do the 200,000. After some time, he can increase it. So Mr. Charles was like, okay, if this is what he's saying, let us give him 2-3 months to see what he will come out with. Let's just follow him with the 200K. I said, fine, no problem. Do you know that same month, by the end of the month, it even took Mr. Charles to call him before that money was sent.
So now it is a money easy.
That money was finally sent on the 7th or 8th of the next month after that month ended. it took Mr. Charles again to come into the matter before the money was sent.
This guy, if you not tired,
so at that point,
when was sent to the account or Dr. Charles' account?
It was sent to my account.
Okay. And you have the statement of account. If you can see that.
Yes. So
all this kind of person, they preach
by this
against
time,
fornication
when
for
it happened again, even when Dr. Charles was involved, I made up my mind that the attention I needed him to give to the child, I did not want it anymore. Especially for this monthly upkeep, I did not want it anymore because the monthly upkeep will keep taking me back to him. Even if I decide to delete his number and move on with my life, at the end of the day, just because I need upkeep for my child, I will still have to reach out to him. So I accepted the fact that he was not interested in being in the child's life.
Okay.
So now I reached out to him. I said, please, whether you people give me a copy of the document or not,
give me the
I need the 10 million naira. I want to move out. I want to move ahead. I want to take my child far away, start a life because my mental health is taking the best part of me.
Jesus.
I also reached out to Mr. Charles. I said, please, I don't think I can continue with the upkeep. I don't want it anymore.
Jesus.
I will take the 10 million. Even if they don't give me the copy, let them keep it. I will take it. Apostle responded and said the 10 million naira was not in his position as it was in the position of the church board.
What an interview.
You understand? So he will reach out to them. I said, fine. This was in April. I've been May. It was in April, towards ending of April.
Sorry, guys. So the number that is pinned on the screen is what you will use to call in to contribute. I just paused it because it remaining 12 minutes and it will be over because I want you guys to call. On Facebook is pinned already. Let me pin it again on YouTube. So please save the number. You can call direct if you are in Germany, and you can call on WhatsApp. The number is a WhatsApp number. Okay.
I reached out to him about this. Do you know that? I now told him, okay, while you're talking to these people to bring the 10 million naira, I want to go and get a passport for my son because he doesn't have international passport. What he has is ECOWAS. So I needed an international passport. He said I should reach out to the same promise, the one who did the ECOWAS. I reached out to the guy. Now, this guy doesn't know anything. This guy now said, so, okay, which name? Send me your son's details. I went back to Apostle. I said, Promise is asking me for a name to use. What name am I using? He said, okay, that means you have to go and do it by yourself and you use my name. I said, okay, fine. If I have to use my name, I am not married to you. So I am going there as a single mother. So if I am using your name for your passport, I will need your document. He said it's not possible.
How is that possible?
He cannot give me his document.
I beg my people, I
In
don't
that
wait.
case,
I
let me
don't
go and
wait
use
till
my...
when you call it. How is that even possible? Why is she asking for the man's document to go and do the son's passport? What you need to do the son's passport is his birth certificate. That is all you need in Nigeria to do a passport. And she has a passport. So you are standing in as the mother. Why do you need the document of the man? This girl is just full of something else. I don't know what she wants from this man. You have come to destroy him. It's like two of you just need to destroy yourself.
For the boy. I said, how do you expect me to use my name for a child that the father is alive? He said, anyway, there's nothing he can do about it. He cannot risk the destiny of millions of children because of me, because of one child, that I should go and use my name. After a lot of arguments, that was not the goal. My goal was to live. My goal was to live. I went and I used my name to do a passport for my son. When the passport was ready, I came back.
Okay, listen to her. At the end of the day, when the pastor now refused to give her his documents to back up the child's document to do the passport, she now used her own surname. So did you go and collect your father's document to do the passport for your child? So why were you asking for the passport, pastor passport? Yeah. Wow.
His passport is ready. Please, the money. He refused to respond. That was when. Yes, that was in June last month.
Okay, last month.
Last month, those two happy boys have started dragging him.
Came out.
So Pastor said, "Oh, they get to your problem
after
online."
5 days, he did not respond to that message. I felt maybe he was going through some kind of hard time because of that happy boy.
Yeah, he is going
through. So I sent him a message and I was like, I don't know if you're actually going through something. You're not responding my message. At least say something. You don't have to be silent. He still did not respond.
So she's, according to her, he said in June they tried to reach him. He was not responding, that she felt that he's going through hard time, of which she know that he's going through hard time. You remember these boys? He sent these boys to Cyprus, and these boys were asking for their school fees. He didn't pay after 1 term or so, and the boys started dragging him online after hearing the numerous evil things he was doing. These boys are also dragging him for impregnating a 14-year-old girl. That issue, they online. These two boys, they have the contact of that girl. So the girl sent, because the girl is a young teenager, the girl sent the voice notes to these boys, and these boys are using this thing to drag this pastor online. So these boys dragging is different from these girls dragging. It should be like, say, God just tell this pastor, say, you know what, this is your time for your nyash to open for the old dragging, because I don't know how these boys are dragging him for impregnating, not other raping and impregnating a 40-year-old girl. Why this girl is dragging him for her own? And don't forget, according to this girl, there were 3 girls that were pregnant for him. And this boy said this man has impregnated a lot of children. There are a lot of children that are living in his house. They are his biological children. Okay.
I went back again. I said, it's like you cannot talk. I said the passport is ready. Please, the money. I want to go. I don't want the upkeep again. He still did not answer me. So I have been waiting. 2 weeks after he did not answer me, I reached out to Mr. Charles. I said, sir, I am tired. I am tired. I'm tired.
I never tired. I never say anything.
Mr. Charles said, you're the one wearing the shoe, and you know where it is itching. If you need to get help, get the help you need. Things I've tried going to court, it did not work.
Oh, thank you guys for being here with me.
Coming to the media was my last option. So I took that step.
What step did you take?
Coming to social media.
I needed to go to the media, but starting from my page would not make it go viral. So I reached out to Chibuzor. I sent him a message on Instagram. He asked for evidence. I sent him the little I sent him my son's picture. And then he went ahead to post it. And that was when it went viral.
Okay.
And then I knew people still needed more evidence, so I started posting on my page.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Now, what do you want?
You want travel out?
No, the thing is this whole
so
thing
people, please, you can call in now because the interview is almost finished.
People who are close to him have been
so call in.
Asking me to stop. Some even were begging me if I can make a video to say that what I'm saying is a lie, that they will settle
call
me.
In and make your contribution.
I told them I have given him enough time to do the right thing. He refused.
Right.
So I have come out with my truth and I cannot take it back.
Right.
If you people are asking for settlement, you have to first come out to the media. Whatever settlement has to be done in the media.
And the
settlement has to be in the media.
Okay now.
If I have to stop, it will be done in the media.
Okay now.
So what do you want? I want to go.
So I have brought it to the media.
What I just want.
We could talk on the matter.
Honestly, I need help.
I will want it so long. She needs help. She needs how to get out of the country.
So that work towards this.
I want to walk away from all these things. I want to walk away from all these things. I don't know if I should say I want him to take care of the child. I don't know how that will be done because according to what I heard, he has not been reached for the past 3 days.
He has not been what?
He has not been reached. You know what, kill him. Apostle, don't go hide.
He also has not reached out to anybody.
Oh,
Lines are off. So I really want to.
Please call in. The line is free. You can call in now to make your contribution and advise this girl on what to do and advise the apostle on what to do. How can we prevent this kind of situation?
Okay.
This girl actually started good though. She started very nice by helping those kids. But at the end of the day, me not understand her again.
Listen, hold on. Do you want to sip a glass of water?
Sorry, sir, what did you?
Do you want to drink water?
I want to take what?
Do you want to drink water?
I don't think she's greedy. She has people advising her, and these people
I'm
are
okay. I'm
smart.
fine.
Okay.
Now I want you to put yourself.
Because all those from 200 to 5 million to 10 million, I don't just understand her.
With all of these cases now,
where you just give the child to the man and then move on.
Posting.
Go and get life.
To you, okay?
Come like say it's been a ladder for you to climb to society.
I'm gonna reach out to.
So you can call in, please. Call in to make your contribution. Me, I tired. The interview very long. Jesus.
They'll go with the lawyer. I will invite Dr. Barrister. The barrister I told you about, he will take over this matter from, So now I need to know. I don't want to look as if I'm telling you what to do.
Hello.
You have to tell me what you want, and I'll work towards that.
Hello. Yeah. Good evening. How are you? Thank you. Are you calling to contribute to the show? Okay, please, you can just lower the one you are used in watching us now because it's echoing to your call. Okay, yeah, go ahead and make your contribution, please.
Yes, thank you. This is very interesting.
Very interesting.
I just want to contribute to this talk show because it's so irritating hearing this girl. Really.
This color is irritating. Yeah. I'm hearing you. Go ahead.
What is she expecting? What does she expect? From the beginning, she planned all these things. I'm sorry to say. She knew that she played along with what the man of God was doing. Okay?
Yeah.
Because she saw advantages that if she would go with this man, she was going to collect a lot of things. First of all, she's very lazy. You can hear how she's talking.
Yeah.
She knows that this man of God is married, and this man was trying to attend her, and still she had a choice to make. She would not say that the man forced her.
Exactly.
That if I heard all those are lies,
you're right.
What she was just saying there. Because the truth is this: she has an agenda. She has an agenda. She carried it, and she was about to get married. Imagine.
She married. She even married. Hey God. That one, that part, I fear me for this girl.
It's terrible. And she was doing this evil.
I'm telling you.
She got pregnant for the man, the pastor. After she got pregnant, and she still deceived the husband. And until the husband and later find out that the time they got married and how many weeks the baby was. No, it's terrible.
It's too much.
What does she want to do now? We know that there are many fake men of God around. So the young girls, they should be very wise. When they see such things, they should expose it. Exactly. They should run for their dear life and not play along and say now you want to come and expose the man. What does she want the people to do to the man? That the man should repent? Yes. May God save the man soul, but her life is useless. She destroyed her marriage.
Yeah.
Imagine. Now she's there, she's a single mother with one child. And now she has the audacity to be saying that she wants a house. She wants the time to say that in the beginning she planned all these things. She did not even care that the man was married. She made the right thing and was saying that she looked like the baby. You want to see the baby look like the man. That kind of a girl, actually she should be arrested.
The girl get hurt, honestly.
She's a very wicked girl. And she just to keep up. She didn't think the road she
Very
Thank God that
dangerous.
the woman, the pastor's wife is a good woman. She would have get with her. Huh? Because she knows that, yes, the pastor is, may God expose all these fake pastors.
Honestly,
Really,
amen. Oh, amen. Because it's becoming too much. It's becoming too much. It's becoming too much. It's becoming.
Yeah, it's not encouraging.
It's not
People
encouraging.
come to you so that they will be saved, and you are destroying their souls. So, my sister, please, that girl, they should talk to her, because I'm worried for her, so that they will eliminate her if she's not careful.
If she's not careful, yeah. Because you have just destroyed the man, and he's going to come hard on you.
Yes. She's talking of how much they are going to, she wants this, she wants to have 100,000, the baby needs this. I've seen not see people who they get pregnant, and the man was
exactly. If not that Usher boyfriend husband, now she born for, she will come find nanny. When go they pay nanny? Will you take the child to 250,000 school fees for to a school of 250,000 a term?
Yes.
She won't live above her income.
The girl, you will be surprised that she was the one that even started seducing the man of God.
Yes, now because now only one side will they hear. Now we never hear the other side. We have not heard the other side.
Because of a lot of advantage, money. For the love of money, she has destroyed her life.
Exactly.
Where is the man now that she got married to?
That one has left her.
Imagine.
That one has left her.
She should be ashamed and just keep her mouth shut. Whatever she will receive from the man, she should take it and start to build her life. Instead of now she's disgracing herself.
Exactly.
She will not even get another man if she's not careful now.
Yeah, with all this nonsense.
Because the fidelity is smelling around her now. Yeah.
I don't know.
So, my sister, this is what I want to contribute.
Okay.
And I pray God Almighty that all the pastors, they should stop doing evil.
This honestly, all the fake pastors, the fake ones.
All the fake pastors should stop doing evil.
Yeah.
They should stop destroying the work of the kingdom.
Yeah.
May God help us all in Jesus'
name. Amen. Thank you very much.
Bless you. God bless you.
Thank you. God bless you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I appreciate you, caller. Bye-bye. So who else wants to call? You can call in to give in your advice. You can call in to give in your advice. Call in. I don't get time. This video really long. So like my own, the church has a role to play in this kind of situation for things like this not to happen in the future. How can a man who calls himself a man of God be living alone here in Nigeria while the family is in Canada? What kind of marriage is that? Was that how the Bible says a pastor should live? A pastor is supposed to live with the wife, so the wife should have come down to Nigeria with him to establish the church, or they establish the church in Canada. The church is big. You leave the church for somebody here to take it and go and open branch in Canada and stay there with your family. No, because he wanted to be sleeping around like dogs. Because it's not only this girl he impregnated. According to this girl, as at the time she was pregnant, there were 3 of them. We never talk about before her and after her. So the guy needed the space to have the opportunity to be sleeping around. That was why he left the wife in Canada and came down to Nigeria to live single. So the church should come against a single pastor living alone with a single girl in the house. The church elder should have frowned against it from the beginning. The girl is not your daughter, it's not your sister. She has no business living under your roof unsupervised. She has no business. This girl was a good girl from the beginning. She has a good heart. She came into this man's life with good intention, but eventually when she saw the opportunities, you see, the environment, everything was tempting. Don't forget, this girl doesn't have a father, doesn't have a mother. She's coming from a poor background, and he saw this mansion that the parlor is decorated with gold, and this man is all to himself. So when the man was asking her out, why not? What will stop her? Because why did you leave your one room apartment that the man rented for you to be living with him. According to her, the children say, Daddy, are you the only one living in this house? Okay, when it comes to children, you too not picking. You that is single, then the man say, me too, I go live with you, and you yourself, you started. So if there's make I talk now, you go tempt the man, because the man was on his own and was just treating you, taking care of you and the children that you were supposed to be taking care of. Now you go meet and self, come they stay with him. You stayed with him for a long time before the guy can say, banana, if you have banana, you want banana, I see you want banana and banana not there around, and now you be the next available. Now you carry banana and give you. You understand? So the girl set the stage for all this nonsense. When this man started asking her out, you were betrothed to somebody. Why didn't you speak with your usher husband, your to be? If you had told him, or you would have told the man of God that if you don't stop this thing, I am going to tell my husband to be, he would have stopped. And if he did not stop, then you would have told him, your usher, you and your usher husband, for come up for the church, una go marry, una live una life. You forget your peace than this one. You just looked at the material wealth and everything and said, oh, I can be the mama of the church, I can be the mama of the house. And when the guy was sleeping with you, I am sure, you see the way he was talking to the mother, you are a shameless man. You understand? When I don't become, that is the general overseer that everybody is seeing, they sleep for and they greet them. But you, small girl, because you don't put you are not calling him shameless. You understand? You don't say when they sleep together, you wanted to have it all, to the extent the guy who proposed to you that have gone to see your family, you broke up the relationship. The guy was begging you. You even had the audacity to let the guy say, I am marrying you because you guys are forcing me, because pastor is forcing me. I'm not marrying you because I love you. So whatever you will see in the marriage, you will take it. Look, just look at you. Just take a look at you now. Now you call the guy, you say, a devil. Which devil? You had the two on with you, and you decided to go after wealth. You took this man, but you forgot that this is a man of God and he's a married man. That your relationship is a relationship that's supposed to be secret. So eventually you got pregnant and you were married. Even if the man they find pikin, say that you can't even come there belly for her. Now you go even say, no, I will not keep this pregnancy because it's a disgrace. What will I tell my husband? I am married. I married on Saturday. On Monday, I discovered that I'm pregnant for you. You will go do anything. No, you were the one that was fighting to keep the pregnancy. Keep an you don't get your ladder when you want to climb up. I said, nobody is going to believe her if she has reported him to her future hubby. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. This man shouldn't have let his wife stay abroad. It is wrong. Very wrong. Very, very wrong. Because this is what he wanted. He wanted to be sleeping around. He has been sleeping around. It's just that this one, now he go disgrace him because this girl are weary. This girl is stubborn. This girl is really stubborn. You think say that it's not the first one. If it's a timid girl, she will not come out. Do you know how many down there? I said, this happy boy said there are so many girls with his babies. So many. Did you not hear what he said? The girl said, he said, you are not the first. So what is it? So when the man make you go come out, and she will just come out and just say, pray for ask for forgiveness and continue with your life. No, so now useless man. You don't even need to expose him because nobody would have believed you. But if you really want to expose him, you will record him. Like all this thing you are saying now. You have all this evidence, you will keep your evidence. Was she not here when Apostle Johnson Suleiman scandal came out? Did you not see the evidence flying everywhere? Yet people still say, no, it's not possible. You are seeing the evidence before you. This guy, that was why he had the audacity to say, after us, na scandal, it will come and go. Apostle Suleiman won't come. He come and go. He not stop Apostle Suleiman. He not stop people not to listen to his message. Neither did he stop his church. His church is even increasing. So why now he not being started too? Now so they will keep on doing it. And it's our society. So we, the women, my gender, you have to protect yourself. Not if you are greedy, now you carry this girl. You for just chop, clean mouth. Not be say you chop and take the oil, take clean your face. When this man told you to terminate this pregnancy, you should have terminated the pregnancy. And by now you would have had your children for your husband. You had a choice. You had a choice to accept sleeping with this man or not. How yes, the man go drive you come out for your house and go. You were living before you met him. God appointed you for that purpose of taking care of those children. Because if not for this girl, those children would have died. not even the two. The little boy of 8 years would have died. The one with the HIV, he would have died. But this girl came to the rescue. God brought him. Please, now you God brought this girl to come and take care of this child. That was your purpose at that particular time, and you messed it up. You would have just done your job and see how God was going to bless you. And God was just about to explode you, to take you to your next level by giving you that answer as a husband. You didn't know where you were going to be going. With the two of you together, God was going to bless you. You don't work for God and you don't get reward. But she was trying to get a reward physically by herself. No. God was the one that used you, and he was going to bless you. Your wedding would have been a perfect wedding. And from there you would have, and devil came, bam, just at the point of your spring up, devil came. He said, if person get banana. Look at what she was even talking. You knew what this man was asking. Now you for the kabash for a head. You know, these things, if the man know that you were spiritually strong, he go come to you, go say, if I talk, this girl will go expose me. He knew that you are greedy. Don't they give you money, buy you things? According to her, he said the man, I forwarded some place that the man was taking them out, buying them clothes and everything. That was how she felt. If when the man said you begin kabah, say I bind you wherever this thing is coming from, Holy Ghost fire, anybody that want to destroy this man, hey, that you are a man of God, oh, the devil will not destroy you, that is helping people, hey, I bind you. Now the man go, they see you, they run, say, before this one, they bind me, or before this one, I'll go tell church. No. Yeah, you didn't do that. You still came back to the house, you slept. Why didn't you just take your bag and just walk away? Just disappear. The man for not talk. How yes, the man go tell people, when they answer, he go tell people, say you stealing money. Anybody go come kill you. Stand for your truth. You were sleeping with him. You slept with him till the day you got married. May God forgive this girl. Nobody someone she they talk so. It's like she don't know what she do that man. We have not heard from the husband. The time, the energy, the money the man spends thinking that I want to start my life, and you messed his life. Do you know what you have done to his faith? You don't know what you have done to his faith. Maybe that man now know they go church again. If his own man of God, his own daddy Gio can impregnate his wife, how you say me that kind of man go to church? So if that man stop going to church, his head, his blood is going to be on your head and your so-called lover head. You are not free from it. You are part of this evil. It's so annoying. When I was listening to her, I was saying, it's like this girl, it's like I read comment, bro. My darling Christ said the man shouldn't have left his wife. No, honestly, he left his wife because he wanted it. He left his wife because he wanted. So we have to be careful, because we women, at the end of the day, now they go blame. Just like I am a woman, I am blaming you, because if you lock your leg, the man will come force you. If the man rape you now, and you can't cry, come out with your clothes, he raped me, I refuse. Even if now one person believe you, it's okay. You stand for your truth. Even when you slept with him, you knew it was bad. When you discovered that you were married, that was when you should have been looking for solution. Keeping the child, hiding it from your husband, still being in the same room. She said the husband only slept with her the day of their wedding. And after then, the husband discovered that she was pregnant, the man she did not allow the man to sleep with her because she can't form sickness. Me, I don't understand that kind of man self, I don't understand. You discovered that this woman was pregnant, you were still there. You see the report, or you give your daddy Gio. No, saying you're not daddy Gio. So guys, this video don't already long. Me, I don't they provoke. Me, I don't they provoke, because honestly, the girl is a victim, but a kind of victim. I know bad to am at all. There are so many things she could have done right. Okay, it has happened. It has happened. What is the way forward? This man has so many children in his compound. Many. Why you not drop your own for them? Then waka go look for your life. No, you were trying to use the child as a bait to steal Mika. And you know, these monies are coming from the innocent one. Now, people tithe and offering. You wanted millions. You wanted 10 million. In fact, the 10 million now with a beg. You rejected it. By the time you can't go, Lord, you go back again. They say not they gay. The board of trustees say that one don't pass. Now you have come out of the media. You think the media is going to give you money? We are going to throw you as well. You think the media is going to give you money? Now you are looking for money to get yourself out of the country. Where you they run, they go. Where you they run, they go. If you dey Nigeria, you get this kind of heart. If you come abroad, the way you go past that one. So stay there and take care of your mess. Clean it up. You are a very wise girl, very intelligent girl. So you can take care of yourself. So guys, I am really, really sorry. I am acting up right now because honestly, the thing they annoy me. Why are they vexed? Because this man is supposed to be a man of God. I don't get it. What is wrong with not be say I dey vex for the guy, I leave the man? No, the man get in your bet. What I just dey vex for the guy, say it shouldn't have been you. You shouldn't have just fallen a victim to this. You understand? Not be say he rape you. Now you come up for the house when the man rent for you, go to sleep for a mansion. What do you expect a man who has no wife with him? Now only on a day for that mansion. Even if the man no want do one before, because you dey stay there. And maybe you were 19, you know you're waiting to talk. Say the man say me because the man wanted to speak with her, the man say me the children go swim. She to say I want to swim. Then you will now wear swimming trunk. Then the man will look at you because say you been picking. When you go wear swimming pants, your breast go show, your nyash go show. Why cassava no go come out? So make him try now. So that is it. You know, so the girl no go tell us everything. You know, when you are telling the story, you have to tell it to favor you. It takes two to tango. Two of them are to be blamed. But although we go blame the man more because you are the more matured one, you are supposed to be in control. And as a man of God, you shouldn't have done it. And when you don't do it, you should have found a peaceful way to stop it. Maybe now you for even stop the wedding by not allowing the innocent man to spend his money to marry somebody when you know say you don't do vaga. When you can't know, you for find a way to settle this girl. Maybe this 10 million, just give her to the girl that time she disappear. She for ready for it to even if this kind girl, if I say tell her from the beginning, say if you are about this pregnancy, I will give you 10 million. The girl for do I tell you, but what he offered was too small. He offered the girl 100,000, and the girl knew that if I have this baby for him, I will be able to collect more. So the man self, he not try. The man not try at all. Apostle Chibuzor, it just like say God say your cup don't full. So this is it. I say, Julie, it's not everybody that can do abortion no matter what. Okay, I know. But with this one now, me, I just will say with that one, it's a shorter way to just get rid of all this nonsense. Because this thing that she did that nonsense. And because the man is angry, there's never a time this man is going to claim that child. The man go hate the girl, he go even hate the pikin. The wife of the man will never claim this child. Will never. And this child it will not be like a stigma to you for the rest of your life. It go to remind you. He say she thinks say abroad is like Nigeria. She never hear of child care. Child dey care cost to no. Now when she go come reach, not be even that one. She go come see all these boys go come take single mother. They'll take and play football. She be a match they sharp. They'll come see boys go come take and do gigolo. No be woman I carry 100 million to do wedding. At the end of the day, the man was telling her alive. The woman say go kill herself. You don't even know whether that tomorrow you're gonna be that kind of man. If you just marry your usher husband, this man love you to death. This man love you from a man that was still willing to cover for you. Then you and your so-called lover una do mago una ship the man, package and go put for Dubai. I just hope that the man is doing well in Dubai. I just pray so. Only God know what is the situation. Maybe the man don't even verse leave the church. We don't even know. So the man did. No, Apostle Chibuzor, your own is just too much. The arrogancy. You not hear the audio? It's on my Facebook. Go and listen to the audio when the man was telling this happy boy about another girl entirely. That one, a 14 years old girl that he raped and the girl is pregnant. Since your spend touch and go, touch and knock and get belly. Why you know go kuku take rope tie the thing? Why you know if you it would have been better if you get 7 wives safe. Everywhere you go, you marry 7. We go kuku no say we go they say hey, pastor when get 7 wives. Not be say pastor when they sleep around, they bomb picky like foul. What are you guys doing with these children? In his house. That was when I was, Prof S said that this our charity pastor that we just did stay here. If we know what this guy is doing behind, if we say I beg go, you don't come again, you don't come on match for Jeremiah. Now this good Samaritan pastor. But when I looked, this my wife no deal with her. children, small children. What is this man? Me, I was even thinking in my heart, may God forgive me. See, I bet this man they sleep with small children before this one can they happen. Maybe those children that his biological children, the wife should just go and do test, DNA test. He will be surprised that they are his children. He don't pay the mother like he was trying to pay this woman, that the woman should walk away. Maybe those children are his own children. You just left your family and you can't turn your house to baby factory making children. I'll be which I'll call her. I don't know why I can't provoke the thing. He said this man should go and do vasectomy. Honestly, she just go and cut it off. Since now can go be your own. What is it now? Just the pregnant girls here and there. We never talk of the ones that he's sleeping. Now he said the whole girls in the choir, he don't sleep with all of them finish. This guy is not as if she's a pretty girl. Now talk about those pretty ones for choir when they come wear tight trousers and tight shirt. Bring the whole figure 8 out for pastor. Pastor don't knock cable. Now all those ones no say I cannot get pregnant so that the whole congregation will not laugh at me. He don't do series of abortion. He don't knock. If this kind of one say go, they knock people wife. Yeah, this girl not be person wife. So guys, I appreciate everyone that is here with me. Thank you. So please like and share the video. Like and share the video. I really spent time on this video today. So please help me share. Share to all your social media platforms so that people will learn. Because we still have so many hungry pastors out there. They are like lions ready to devour young girls. So but with message and videos like this, the girls will know, it's a no-go area. I don't know whether I will get pregnant and tomorrow. No. So please, that, the word will come for me. They will not only come for the man, but they will also come for me. So please share this video for people to learn and know say money is not everything. Thank you guys. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you. God bless you. I will say bye-bye for now. See you guys on my next video. I actually want to also bring another one. I raised a post this morning and asked if Wizkid also sacrificed his mother just like Davido. If I had time tomorrow, we will do it. And Christ TV, you are the best. God bless you. I love you so much. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye. See you guys.